folks who are in the chat, you might notice that our overlay looks a little bit different. We took out the we took out our Roll20 overlay for dice rolling because last time Julie rolled once and rolled a 1, and that 1 sat in the overlay for the entire stream as a mark of shame.
Oh.
Yeah.
So after that, I like to think that after that, Roll20 saw and took pity on us and sponsored this show. Welcome.
Yeah,
Dungeons and
great to
Asians
have them.
is brought to you by Roll20, your virtual tabletop. Whether you need maps, character sheets, video or voice chat, or even dynamic lighting, Roll20 has you covered. So we'll say that it's now canon for Asians Represent that Julie's 1 that haunted us for the entire stream is now the reason why Roll20 sponsored us.
Yes.
So, yay! Thank you, Roll20, for your sponsorship.
I think you should be thanking my critical fail.
Thank you, Julie,
To that critical fail.
for bringing blessings upon Asians Represent with your 1.
Magic.
Which in Quest, the game we're playing, another sponsor of Dungeons and Asians, is called a catastrophe. So
Right. Even better.
even better.
You have an interesting life.
Catastrophe Julie brought us a new sponsor.
I don't even remember what I did with that roll. Did I knock over a shelf? I don't
Yeah.
think I did. Yeah.
It wasn't even
I thought-
like this grand thing. It was like you rolled a catastrophe. Oh,
I did a
Catastrophe is
really
such a
bad job
devastating-
at stealing a pot.
yeah.
Catastrophe is such a devastating name for a thing.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I like it.
Do we like
A lot.
catastrophe better than critical miss? I personally
I like
do.
it better.
I do,
yeah.
definitely.
Oh,
Got more.
catastrophe!
Oomph.
From a design perspective, critical miss doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
A catastrophe tells me that I know exactly what's going to happen.
That's true.
next.
It tells you
It's
that,
awesome.
that you fucked
Narratively.
up.
Yeah,
That's what
narratively,
it says.
you're done. You're done.
You done
goof.
goof.
You're done good.
Great minds.
Great minds, apparently. Great minds also like OneNote. Thank you, Agatha.
Daniel, I'll
So
watch it.
All right. I think every time that Daniel mentions OneNote, Bill Gates personally hands him a $5 bill.
We should have a swear jar, but for Microsoft.
OneNote.
OneNote and cargo pants.
Just for
whoa,
Daniel.
We get OneNote cargo pants. Let's do it.
we
I
should
tease, I
have
love OneNote too.
we should have a praise jar for cargo pants.
I mean, I think a cargo pants jar is a cargo pants jar. So
It's a
That's
cargo.
right.
It's a cargo jar. It's a jar
It's a
with
cargo
other
jar.
jars attached to it
yeah,
for
Gross.
utility.
Ugh.
I don't like that.
Cargo jar.
The pocket of cargo pants.
Oh no.
It's just cargo pants, but instead of the pockets, it's like cup holders.
I don't know. I don't like
jars.
any of this. Let's
I don't-
move on
none
to
of
this
this-
conversation.
Well, shall we move on to introductions then?
Let's move on to introductions. Let's go by the overlay. We will go clockwise. Let's start with Julie.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
I haven't seen the overlay. Anyway, hi, I'm Julie. It still says our handles, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Twifairy Cosplay on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever else I may stumble upon. I am mostly a cosplayer. Recently, I've been pretty involved in the tabletop scene on Twitter. And should I say my character?
Yeah. Introduce your character. What do you you could read your quest preamble, or anything like that.
Yeah, I also forgot my pronouns are she, her. My character's pronouns are also she, her. Her name is Yoon. Don't know how much do I want to do like a general physical description of her or like a, I don't know.
Up to you. What
Physical description, character
Go for
vibe.
Yeah, okay.
Character vibe.
Character vibe. So Yoon is a sort of thief spy archetype lady. She wears a lot of baggy clothes that it's kind of impossible to tell how much stuff she's carrying under them. Her hair is I described it, I believe, as an attempt at a braid that has since just been like done asunder by wind and adventuring. I don't know how to describe her general vibes. Her general vibes change as I play the game.
I think that braid thing conveys a little bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's an attempt at a braid. it has been undone by adventuring, but never bothered to reattempt the braid.
Yeah, there's like she slept in it like 3 days ago, and it's like still the same braid.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say that that's my vibe. That's me. That's why I don't have long hair anymore.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
I
you were
just
gonna
have
say
long hair,
like
sorry.
I secretly have a braid back here, and you've been
Wow.
hiding it this entire
Wow,
time.
Steve,
Got a wolf tail.
her braid is a
I have-
catastrophe.
Oh my God.
Oh no!
Okay,
Oh,
Yoon is
man.
dead.
Game over. Game over.
Game over. Oh, cool.
Jeez.
And then I left the stream. Yeah, no, but
Oh.
aside from that, her clothes sort of give off a vibe of there's some scavenged clothing items that point to being from around here, and there's some that point to distinctly not being from around here. I think I described her. I can't remember if I described her with a scar on her cheek or not. So I'm gonna say she has it now.
cool.
Very shallow, like cut on her cheek for fun.
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Sick.
Sorry,
Okay.
what do you mean by for fun? Did she give it to herself?
Okay,
You know how I
so-
got this scar? I did it to myself.
No joke. The genuine reason I was going to have her have that scar, if anybody asked, was, which like probably won't come up because we know each other pretty well, was she taught herself how to fight with knives and is really bad at it. So she has no knife skills on her sheet.
Nice.
So she tried, but yeah, no.
So
Yeah, I
that's
think-
also my vibe. Like, there's so many things I've attempted and I've
Yeah.
failed at and never really learned properly.
This is your vibe? No, this is my vibe.
Oh.
Okay, so let's go to our dramatic manager. I guess since you don't have a character, what is your vibe? what is your
Your
what is
life
what is your
vibe.
DM vibe? What is your dramatic manager vibe?
I
Like your
think.
style.
Hi, I'm Kevin. You can find me around. You can unfollow me on Twitter at @knit_knack. You can find my games at winconditions.itch.io. That's win NGUYEN for the good puns. And my DM style, I guess. Apt to the name here, I go for whatever's dramatic. I go for very cinematic, kind of going for whatever the most dramatic irony type of deal is, whatever like will create the most fun situation, and like that's sort of what's good for story, I think, is what I'm interested in, but also trying to stay true to the mechanics is my deal as a dramatic manager. And I'm here running my adventure, Bamboo in the Dark, from Unbreakable Volume 1, which is available on Drive-Thru RPG right now, and it is built off of the D&D 5e SRD and basic rules set, which you do not need to give WotC any money for, and is easily convertible to other systems like Quest.
Can I also just say I love whatever's going on in your room? That is a room, right? Not just a.
Yes, it's
I love it.
Is that
I love
just an
that there's
overview?
just piles. There's like very interesting patterns and just piles of books. I love it.
It looks like an anthropology catalog.
Oh yeah, it does.
Which is a compliment.
so that's Kevin's vibe. Anthropology.
Anthropology catalog.
Anthropology catalog. Yep, sure.
They look so good. They don't
I
make them
process
anymore.
it as like the field of study, anthropology, not like the store.
No, I mean the yuppie brand anthropology.
Makes much more sense.
Okay.
I mean, hey, look, field of study, Brett. Like it also makes sense too with all of the books because anthropologists don't have digital skills and they still do books.
I mean, that book right there is a very short introduction to post-colonialism.
Hey.
There we go.
Ooh,
we go.
We should talk about that after. Okay.
I was about to say that's basically my room in grad when I was still like actively in grad school. It's just books.
Oh, grad school. Yeah.
So
Who's
John,
next?
Let's go to
Oh,
John.
is that me? Cool. That's for me. Hey, I'm John. You can find me on Twitter's at Ramasan, the doobly thingy down below. It's with a 0. Important thing. Someone else has my name. But I do a bunch of TTRPG stuff, a little bit less so now than usual. I'm backing off of streams for the most part and focusing on doing things like podcasts and other streaming projects that aren't tabletop. My friend Josh and I run a fantasy sea shanty stream on Saturdays called Thick Notes, and it's called the Shanty Shop. We're not doing it this month because we're both moving, and then Josh has a really cool nerdy engagement coming up next week. So our regular scheduled time isn't going to work out. But we'll be back in September, starting with a bunch of custom streams for some people who won them during our raffle during it was like July, when we've got 3 or 4 people who've won raffles to get their own custom shanties. So we'll be making those in September. I'm very excited for that. I'm playing Han, who is a friend of Minh, Daniel's character, who basically got, shoved along for this job since they need a bit of extra muscle. My character vibe is pops a whole chicken foot into mouth and crunches noisily for intimidation factor. That's basically all you need to know about that.
That's a vibe. Let's go to Agatha.
Hello, I'm Agatha. I'm one of the co-hosts of Agents Represent. And my Twitter is Mighty Shrimp with 2 Y's. You can find me on there once in a blue moon. And my pronouns are she, her. Let's see. And I'm playing Thanh, and my title is still a toady, which is not wrong, I suppose. Yeah, so she is she's the niece of Minh, who is the, I feel like, beleaguered leader of our ragtag crew. And she's kind of like, she talks big-ish and tries to be cool, but is generally unsuccessful. That's her vibe. She has actually some pretty cool skills, but they haven't manifested so far. Yeah, she dresses relatively well for, I think, their I don't know, social standing. So she's like a mommy's girl, like her clothes are clean.
Her clothes are clean.
But her mom's very ill, right? Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, but she's still a mommy's girl.
Yeah.
I feel so ashamed of this.
Why? It's a great character.
I want to give Dan a hug.
Yeah.
She's trying.
Especially
And
when
she tries
stole
to
her
bully.
food last session.
Yeah.
You're so
Yeah, you
mean to
did.
her.
That was mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she tries to bully Waleed, but it doesn't seem successful so far. And she'll keep trying, I guess.
Yeah. So speaking of Waleed, let's go to Ammar.
Yes. So my name is indeed Ammar. He, him. You can find me on Twitter at AmmarJaz, just below. I'm also thinking of starting a new Twitter and/or Instagram called Shawarmar, where I go review shawarma places. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for who I am.
I'd follow.
This show is called Dungeons and Asians because of you.
Well, I can name things. That's a thing I can do. I'm playing, of course, Waleed, I guess much beloved Dungeons and Asian character, and this is a bit of a prequel. This is an adventure sort of set in Waleed's kind of chronology after he left or sort of was accidentally absconded from Desh, but before he reaches the shores of Xia. And he has been brought under the wing of Minh, who is Daniel Kwan's character, who has been protecting Waleed and has been providing with food, shelter, and training, which I think the affections that Minh has been who he refers to as Uncle, the affections that Uncle Minh has been showering on Waleed is, I think, maybe causing some jealousy for Agatha's character Thanh.
Yeah.
But we will see some of that today.
My position is threatened.
I love it.
Yeah, she didn't like being called. She didn't like him calling Minh Uncle, huh?
Which we learned in the previous stream was a cultural thing, which was really cool. Hi, I'm Daniel. I am the dramatic manager of our main Dungeons and Asian series, but I have really enjoyed being a player in this mini-series, and I hope to be a player more on our Twitch channel. I am playing Minh, I guess the leader of this catastrophe of a group. I think that's the theme of our game, catastrophe. And I have taken Waleed under my wing and assembled this crew. And I think the only person that Minh really trusts is Waleed and Hung, who is kind of his pal.
We don't trust your niece. How
L-
could you?
Listen.
I'm so trustworthy.
Drama.
Listen. I take care of Dan. I am doing so for my sister who is ill. However, this does not mean that I trust Dan with this job.
Oh my god.
This is
Whoa.
why I've brought my friend, my associate, my companion in work that is not so often considered legal, Hung.
I mean, it's
Oh
still
my
really-
God, Kevin.
dubious
is
business
that,
partner.
Yeah,
Right,
Kevin, is that
dubious
enough
business
drama
partner.
for you to manage?
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like.
no.
Oh,
Family drama. Yeah, I know that really well. That's
oh.
Look,
Can't
we're,
believe I'm the only one who believes in them.
look, we're still Dan is still family. That doesn't mean I have to trust Dan with the
Oh my
job.
You know what's
Give me a
just-
chance, Uncle,
Oh.
Oh,
so I can prove myself.
you know what I love about this is that the family drama in politics is I think I don't speak for your cultures, but in my culture, a huge deal. So I
Look,
love that
yeah.
that's a part of the game.
Maybe I'll trust Dan more if Dan actually, acts like Waleed.
This is a meritocracy.
Yeah.
And I'm just a better.
Oh. Oh my
I don't know. We're running a
god.
business here. I know we're family, but this is business.
Now I really want to give her a hug. Oh my god.
But you've
boy.
established that your character is just really mean to Dan.
I was mean once, and I thought it would be less mean than it was, but then I just kept going.
I'm just gonna continue to steal your food.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I was just gonna
really
do it once,
sad.
but why not keep going?
This worked real well. Let's just keep doing that.
So before we start, perhaps our dramatic manager, would you like to provide us a bit of a story overview
Yeah.
for those who are tuning in? Because I think there are folks who are tuning in who did not catch the previous one or watch it on YouTube.
Exactly. We'll do a little bit of a recap. We did a little montage of our last episode here. This is where the soundtrack would cut in on a dark frame. I don't believe we can legally play this on stream, but I am currently listening to the soundtrack of Shadow, the Wuxian movie. That's currently on Netflix. Very good.
That movie's
And,
so good.
Yeah, soundtrack is so good. So we get a dark fade in as we see our not heroes but our protagonists coming into the city on a river, on a water taxi coming into the city that's prepared for a festival. It's the spring festival, so hoping sort of giving a blessing and sort of putting out that good energy, hoping for a good harvest this coming season, and also celebrating a great folk hero who had defended this area from invader generations ago. And our heroes had come to the city hearing about a black market auction, where in which some cultural artifacts, jewelry, arts, and just general some magic items possibly, and other sundry that you would want from a black market auction would be available. And they had been hired for a job, brought here to meet a contact. They made their way over to the water market, where in which they went to a old rundown antique shop, where they met this grandmotherly fence who goes by Maivan. She offered chicken feet and steam buns to the group, and also lead on where the black market auction could be found in exchange for a larger cut of any of the take that the party might find if they are able to beat the rival crew there, the competition, and the magistrates who are looking very strong, looking out for these smugglers in the city that they also have caught wind of. Having made the deal through successfully, a bit of a struggle to make this deal, but having gotten through, they were got back on the water. They had a narrow encounter with one of the magistrates, a short, portly man with a who does not seem to take care of himself, but cares for his small dog more than anything else in the world. And they had a close encounter with that magistrate and made their way over to the deck supper club, where the auction is going to be held this evening.
And we were sneaking in as staff, I think.
Yes, they had approached. The group had approached, at first presenting themselves as guests, dressed dressed as adventurers would be, in in sort of more traveling clothes, wearing armor and some weapons and things. But soon Tan had sort of parlayed their skills and presented the group as serving staff to get into the building. And as they were coming in to the building through the service entrance, we saw that they were being spotted by a member of a rival heist crew through the crosshairs of a crossbow as they were entering. And that's where we get like the big dramatic credits of Bamboo in the Dark. And then we cut back to the group walking in time into the building. They're walking up the set of stairs up to this building to the second floor, where we see outside this back entrance a couple of the staff who are on break. They're sitting out back, like sitting on crates or doing the Asian squat, smoking cigarettes, drinking some rice wine. They spot you, and like they're all clearly in uniforms, and y'all are not. Y'all were informed by the host at the docks, the greeter at the docks, that you would be coming here to get some uniforms, that they have some spares for you.
So we knock them out and take their uniforms, right?
Those,
Like adventurers would.
those are the spares.
Is that the play?
The people.
Nah, I'm just.
So is there a drop for the spare uniforms that we could wear?
Drop? I'm not sure I follow.
So is there so you said that we were given spare uniforms, right?
If you head inside through the service entrance.
Okay, so there's a spot where we can pick them up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
You're just you're seeing some of these other staff that are here, and they're as you're walking up the stairs, they eye you kind of suspiciously. They're looking at each other, like, and you hear murmurs like, "Were we expecting more help today?" I don't know. Like, do you remember them? Maybe did they work the job from like 3 jobs ago? I don't know.
Somebody here has worked catering before, huh?
I'm just gonna ignore them, and I'm gonna keep walking in.
Just barrel through. Okay.
Just breeze by.
I'm just gonna breeze by. I'm just gonna walk in like I belong.
Following Land's lead.
I will
Not
follow
Min.
Uncle Min's lead. Sorry, Julie, I cut you off.
I will
Oh, no, I
follow closely.
Are Tan and Waleed trying to fight to get through the door?
I shoulder Waleed.
Oof.
And Waleed lets her through.
I'll follow at
They
a
see
safe
how you all
distance.
are. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was saying I'll follow at a safe distance from Waleed and Don's whole deal.
It's basically just Don's deal.
It's just
not
Don's deal,
necessarily
you're right.
Waleed's.
Don's one-sided fight.
Yeah.
Waleed's just not that, kind of assertive or brash is maybe the better word yet. So
Does Waleed even think that Tan thinks of him as a rival?
I don't think so, not really.
As a rival?
And as we pointed out, there's a misunderstanding maybe that like he's saying uncle as he would in Daish, where it's just that's how you refer to elders that you care about, whereas that's being read as like literally about the blood by Tan, I think. Maybe, I don't know.
I seem to
think-
recall that. Yeah.
I think I'm just very jealous in general because I can tell that Uncle doesn't trust me.
Oh, Tan.
Is it because I made you like stand outside the shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust you enough to be the lookout. Lookout's
you're
a
the
very
lookout.
important job.
Very important.
I just didn't trust you to talk to our contact.
To be entirely
that.
fair, you probably shouldn't have trusted me either.
Oh.
Oh,
Problems.
Okay, so we're in
We're good.
this.
Agatha's just like, let's get back to the game.
Yeah.
30 years of anime later.
so these servers sitting outside smoking cigarettes, they're all talking about isekai like novels. That's how we tie this in.
I'm okay with that. It's like Pulp Fiction, but
As we see this small scene of Tan and Waleed fighting to get in the doorway, I think one of these servers like kind of calls out to you like, hey, y'all, you guys new? Did you get free? Are you freelancers or are they new? Pointing at the two like fighting, like shouldering to get in the doorway.
Yeah, they should have told you about it. And then I sort of lean in and go, they don't really know what they're doing.
They nod like, yes, this makes sense.
Yeah. And I just like give them a break. They're new.
they're new.
It's my first day.
You haven't been here. It is their first day. That is true.
It's also a Simpsons reference. Sorry, somebody made a Simpsons reference. It's all Simpsons references all the way down now. By somebody, I mean me. I made a Simpsons
That
reference.
was you.
So we've now Waleed and Tan have now all the servers who are smoking outside know that they're new.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like the rest of you that are entering inside, you go into this big kitchen, and if any of us have seen any movies where like that shows like a sort of Asian style kitchen, there's big woks, there's fire, everybody's yelling, there's a lot of like banging of like giant like sort of spatulas and spoons in the woks. It's very hot, and you see one gentleman who's dressed in like sort of like a men's outie and cap, but he's clearly it's the style in which it's clearly he's serving staff, but he's sort of the manager of the serving staff. It's nice, but it's not nice enough to be mistaken as a guest. And he's having some sort of heated debate with what looks like probably one of the head chefs. He's like, no, you can't. No, I made sure I got you the catfish. I got you the catfish you asked for. You can't skip the course. And the head chef's like, no, that was shit. It was shit catfish. You can't give me that. No, I can't. And they're just having this argument over the plans for this evening.
I had a quick question for the group. We all have weapons. Did we just walk into here with all of our weapons?
What are you talking about? You can't see any of my weapons.
I don't have any, actually.
Because of one of my abilities. No, like genuinely, you can't tell.
It's true. Strap.
Yeah.
Who has strap? I have strap. Okay, so.
Yeah. So we don't have weapons. What?
Well, we don't have weapons. I just have, I have a spear and a sword. I'm just kind of like.
I just have a knife.
It like it's one of the like 3-pronged ones that twists and collapses. There you go. Yeah.
You have to screw it back together every time you go into a fight.
Hold on.
Okay, give me 1 second.
You're gonna regret this. Like
that's just what being a cosplayer is.
You're so right.
Oh, you want a photo? Hold on.
So okay. So what about Dan and Hung who don't have strap?
Han doesn't have any weapons.
You are a weapon.
Yeah.
Also, are you going to question Hung if he has weapons?
It's true. Hung knows. I trust Hung. Hey Dan, I'm gonna nudge Dan. I'm gonna like, you packing? Do you have weapon?
Uncle, I have daggers.
And is she like clearly holding?
Yeah,
it's
strapped.
It's like, I have daggers.
Bandolier.
Yes. I'm just gonna sort of like as subtly as
them.
possible. Oh god damn it! I'm gonna as subtly as possible, just sort of like elbow Dan and just like hold my hand out and be like, I can hide him.
I'm just gonna lower your hand and be like, "Oh, niece, those aren't for cooking."
Oh, haha.
Yeah.
Sorry, Uncle.
I'm just gonna be like, Dan, just like hand me one of them. I can hide another one.
Oh, do you need a dagger? And
I'm just like
mine and hand it to you.
I take it. I'm like, no, but I don't think you should have these out in the open. And I have enough room to conceal one more weapon because I only have one. So I'm just going to hide Dan's knife for her.
Okay.
Do you have another one though?
I do have another one.
I don't know what to do with that.
I think y'all are catching glances from some of the cooks, especially the ones that are doing like cook prep. Like one of them's got this huge bitter melon that he's chopping up with a cleaver, like the size of your face. It's like they're looking at you like knives. Like, wait, it's clearly like some disconnect. Like, why do you have those kinds of knives in the kitchen? Those are terrible for cooking.
It's her first day.
And then I think this exchange like catches the attention of the manager, and he comes over. He's like, "Who are you? Why are you back here?
Hired help.
Catering.
You're the ones. Yeah, uniforms. Here, come with me."
I'm gonna follow. Be like, Dan, let's go. I'm just gonna like nod to Waleed. I have to.
Waleed follows.
That also follows.
Waleed follows first.
Shove you aside again.
Stop. Done. Stop bothering Waleed. Let's go.
Oh,
But he started.
Not another word. Let's go. We have a job to do.
Which one of you looks like? Which one of you is like the dirty adventurer?
The dirty adventurer.
Who's got like
Waleed, I think.
traveling
Yeah.
dirt and dust?
These are
Waleed.
No. Is it
Oh, no,
Waleed?
in that case, it's what.
It's Waleed in our main series.
Oh, sorry.
yeah. I mean, I think he's still pretty. Like he was a bit feral for a few years at that crucial age when you're like 12 and you need to learn how to like
Oh, you
really
know
shower
those
every
years
day.
where those years where everyone goes feral.
You know, when you're-
We were all teenagers once. Come on.
So Waleed is the most feral of all the characters. Is that what we're saying?
CR3, feral teenager.
I just mean that, like, for a few years he was, like not really living with a family who really cared about what was happening with him and reminding him to fucking, shower every day and that kind of stuff. He was on a boat for a while. I can't imagine you shower very frequently on a boat, on a pirate boat.
Okay.
I think as y'all are following out the staff manager out of the kitchen, like he catches like Minh sort of disciplining Thanh, and like catches that Waleed isn't like looking as spick and span as like the other servers should be. It's like, you, and points at Waleed. Washrooms like down the hall to the left. Wash your face. Come on, like this is an important night.
Yep. So he goes and does that, and we said he was like a late teenager, right?
I believe so.
And so considering I had a beard when I was 14, I think that he's probably got like a scraggly beard too, that he's maybe going to try to like trim up a little bit using his dagger
Oh God.
in the washer. This is going to be very entertaining because he's
This is gonna
never
be-
was told how to shave.
gonna
Are you gonna
Worse.
roll?
Are you gonna
for this?
roll?
Yes, obviously. All right, let's roll to shave. Oh, what is this game?
Catastrophe.
All right. Damn.
This is why we're not putting it on the. What color are you?
Your beard
I'm
is
blue.
a catastrophe.
I got 12.
12.
a 12.
Success. See, no catastrophe.
Well, success. Okay, you are able to
Nice.
successfully clean up. Does anybody go with Waleed to the washroom, or do they let Waleed break off from the group on their own?
I trust Waleed. Waleed can.
I
take care
go
of himself.
watch it.
No, I'm gonna follow it then.
I stand outside of the washroom.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
following
are you-
Sun partially out of worry of what she's gonna get herself.
So what is the manager? How does the manager react to two members of the
Gotta
group
go.
following Waleed to go to the bathroom?
I think they're so focused on getting y'all like ready that they keep walking, and then as soon as they get to this storage room where the uniforms are, they turn around and then they notice like, wait, weren't there two more of you? And then we kept.
I went to clean up.
They
I
all
look
needed.
kind of like a mess.
Well, one of them needed to fix her braid. The other's just there for moral support. It's okay.
Yoon suddenly feels the need to sneeze.
So right now it's just Hung and I with the manager.
just like whistling and changing into clothes, like siblings, right?
I think as Thanh, as Yoon, and as Waleed, like sort of as Waleed like gets out of the bathroom looking much more cleaned up, very very good, and as they walk out, like as they're making their way back around this long hallway, like sort of goes around the whole building in a circle, and as you're making your way around trying to find the others and the manager to get your uniforms, you do at the like turning around the corner, you see this mountain of a woman, like sort of at least 6'4", probably like the whitest woman and like looking buff as hell. She walks up and she's at her side. She's carrying a club, and she walks in and she just looks at y'all and like starts walking up with purpose, like very much like the way an adult walks up to children when they see children where they don't belong.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Is this part of the alternate team that was also going after the same artifact?
That
Well, I don't
you'll
think
have
we
to
would
ask.
know that. Yeah.
Right.
What a great question.
Wait, sorry. Didn't sorry. Was it my win? My
Myvan.
Myvan. Didn't they indicate that there was another team?
Yes, but
Yes,
we
they did
don't
indicate
know
there's
what
another
the
team.
other team is like, because at the end of the last session, we just know that the other team knows we're here.
Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, my character doesn't know this at all. Of course, he's shaving. Yeah.
No, I
So
think
this-
you're done shaving. You came out.
Oh, I see.
We're
okay.
walking
Okay,
back.
Fixing your beard with this dagger.
I guess I step in front of Ian with shaky legs.
Like a little deer.
Sorry, we'll be going back to changing.
Changing what? Right?
She didn't say anything. I love how you apologized for something.
It's the Canadian in me.
That's in character.
Your staff?
Yeah.
Okay, come with me.
Okay. I go with her, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay.
I loved that miming of walking. That was awesome.
Very JRPG.
Oh, jeez.
I have to like run around like this. The person we're following is slower than us.
Exactly.
So,
You're walking too fast. You're just like, oh, I've got to painstakingly.
Yeah, so I mean I go with her because
Yeah.
I don't want to get beat with that club.
He walk softly and carry a big stick. You know what that genocidal imperialist said?
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
So it's just Thun who's following this mountain.
Oh no, I'm following.
I think
them.
Yun and
Yeah,
Waleed
Yun-
said
Yun is following?
they're following as well.
Wait,
I don't know where
Waleed,
Waleed
are you
went.
coming as well?
Yeah, I'll follow the
Yeah.
group.
Oh, that doesn't. You should tell the adults.
She sort of like squeezes past y'all, expecting y'all to move out of the way in this narrow hallway, and walks past and like sort of starts making her way to the front of the building, and then goes through like these large double doors, these ornate wooden double doors with like this iconography of like a dragon and phoenix in battle in light, that classic that you see, and it leads into like a lounge bar area. And she says, like, and she points. She doesn't seem to like care. She's she points with the club at the bar. She's like, serve drinks.
Drinks. I go and stand there and wait for orders.
And
Oh, no.
y'all are expected to like serve drinks, and there's these guests that are starting to trickle in. They're wearing very fancy clothes. They're wearing like what the equivalent of like Gucci, Armani, all that stuff would be. Like Audai and like robes and things like that, and long dresses, and they're who's bartending, who's serving drinks around, and who's checking coats of the three.
I would like to check coats.
Darn it! I was just gonna call coat check.
Waleed did get a chance to change into the uniform, right, when he shaved as well?
No, you shaved, but y'all are still in your normal clothes.
Normal clothes.
This
The
woman did not
uniforms
seem
are
to care.
where John and I are.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, so maybe you can bring some uniforms to us, and we'll change in the code check. I don't
If
know.
only we knew this was
If only we
happening.
knew.
Oh no.
Hog and I are
How
just
coat
like,
checks work.
how long does it take for Waleed to fix his beard?
Where'd they go?
Yeah, I think Waleed just straight up will be serving.
Darn it! Now I have to.
I really wanted to see Thon bartend, if I'm being honest. I thought it'd be funny.
Right. I will bartend.
Yeah.
Catastrophe.
Let's-
Catastrophe.
Don, can we get a roll to see how good of a bartender you are?
Oh gosh. Okay, I'll roll for it.
Catastrophe.
What color are you?
I'm purple. I just rolled a 12.
I don't see it. Oh,
I
there it
don't
is.
see it either. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Waleed dressed like a bandit, just kind of like still pretty grimy, frankly.
Me too.
And just like hors d'oeuvres.
And like you belong, and everybody's like unquestioning, like, yeah, oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, okay.
It's a themed auction.
Pigs in a
Everyone's-
blanket.
Setting
Everyone's
the
Oh my
mood.
gosh.
Everyone's
The theme
dressed
is
like the people who
poverty.
stole their stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Today,
This is so
it's,
bad.
It's the slumming with it day. Like, oh,
Is,
no.
is
Sounds about
Waleed
right
also
for
eating
rich
the hors
people.
d'oeuvres at the same time?
Yes,
Because this
of
is a
course he
Waleed thing to
is.
do.
I should have done that.
Well, Waleed's eating the hors d'oeuvres and it's just like, oh no, I need to replace these, and has put his own snacks on the tray.
Serve one for you, take one for me. Serve one for you, take one for me.
He's also offering his opinion for no reason. He's like, "Oh, yeah, these are great. I just had one. It's really good." Yeah, these are whatever. Like this one is what you want. Still not as good as that chicken foot I had earlier, though. Oh no.
He recommends the like
Compensation.
recommending like the worst ones so that people will take them and you have more of the good ones.
Waleed's the one to like put the tray down and just sit down at a table and talk to somebody.
Totally.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm working the bar.
Yeah, and successfully at that. You're getting the right. Nobody's complaining. You're not skipping on the alcohol. Management might be a little like miffed about how generous you're being later, but that's
Are
their
they
problem.
tipping me?
They are tipping. They do tip.
Hey,
Nice.
about
And
this. I
so
forget.
y'all
about
are able to carry
Cool.
yourselves pretty well and get by. A lot of the these rich folks, they don't seem to notice you're not in uniform. It's very much like, oh, you're not rich. Of course you look like that. You're not rich. Like, well, how else would you look?
Figured.
How much could your clothes cost? $10? Like,
Yeah, the help is invisible, I think.
Yeah.
And I think we cut back to Min and Hung getting dressed. They're in proper uniforms, and they come back out. And as you exit this storage room where a lot of the it seems like a lot of furniture has been put in here from other rooms to clear them to make space in other areas of the club. And this is like a storage room. There's also like a couple of crates of like soy sauce and rice vinegar and things like that in here. And as you're coming back out, you do see the staff manager is speaking to a woman in a long black and gold ao dai who's got her hair pinned up and has like the Vietnamese crown. And she does have on her hip a belt with a holster that has a wand in it. And she's speaking very softly, and you catch the end of this conversation. The staff manager says, like, yes, we will make sure that your security is accommodated, that anything they ask for is as if from you. Yeah, yes, of course.
Can I use my size up ability on this woman with the
Yes.
very fancy clothes and the wand? So with this
Yes.
ability, I can evaluate the capabilities of a nearby creature, or group of creatures, but in this case, it's a creature. And the guide, the dramatic manager, will give me useful insights on their capabilities, strength, vulnerabilities, and/or resistances. At a minimum, I will receive an accurate assessment from the guide, you, about whether they would pose a fair fight.
They would pose more than a fair fight. They do seem very confident in themselves. The wand they have on their side, it does seem to be like you're an adventurer. You've seen casters with like their various magical focuses before, but this wand, it seems to be well worn but taken care of. It's seen battle on a couple occasions, and it does seem to be sort of carved in a fashion of an intricate snake, where in which the sort of the casting end would be the snake with its mouth open. And
cool.
you get like the airs that you get like a very heavy sort of demeanor from this woman. Like, this seems like a woman who's in charge, who has the confidence of being in charge and knowing what she's doing.
I'm just gonna kind of look to Hong and just be like, nod to the woman. We've been here before. So does the manager acknowledge us? We just come out of the storeroom. We're all set, ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the woman, she sort of receives the acknowledgement that her request is being received, and she starts to walk back down the hallway very gracefully. And the manager says, like, okay, well, we're gonna need you to just help out for now, wherever anybody else asks you, but later you're gonna be up staffing the auction up on the second floor. You'll after the fireworks show up there.
Fireworks.
Good.
Sounds good.
So you're given a little bit of free reign around the building.
I want to start ferrying orders. Are people ordering, or is this like a banquet?
There's a bit of both. There's a buffet table, but then there are people ordering like various drinks or like custom items as they will.
Okay, I'd like to bring out the hors d'oeuvres.
Okay.
Because they seem to, in my mind, I feel like since Walid is consuming them at a faster rate than the guests are actually consuming them, there's got to be this like influx of like, we need more hors d'oeuvres.
Where'd they go?
Where did they go?
At one point, Walid is just like sat down at a table and is just eating them, and this like rich lady, this rich old lady, looks at him and basically goes, "Well, I never." And he goes, "Oh, would you like?" Like mouthful is just offering the plate.
No one else was eating them, so
I found these.
Do
good.
you
Her name
want
on
one?
Minh is going to take a tray of hors d'oeuvres and he's going to walk out into the event space carrying them. I'm going to use my speak ability,
Yes.
which will allow me to speak to Hung mentally.
Okay.
So what's the plan? What's our next move? What do you think?
I was gonna say I could carry the heavy things and you could case the joint, but apparently we're reversing that today.
I really doubt that this tray of bagel bites is no. What would be a proper
Classic Vietnamese fare, bagel bites.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
what would be the proper food?
I think this is a fancy dinner. It's probably like a tray of like teacups, which have spicy like noodle broth, and like so it's got like one or two noodles in this teacup, and then like one chunk of like slow cooked beef and spicy oil on top.
Okay.
So you're like precariously
really
like carrying this tray, which has like probably a dozen teacups on top.
Kevin, you're killing me.
Yeah, well,
Now I'm hungry.
Ooh,
Damn.
yeah.
This is where all the research.
So stream over. Let's go eat.
Yeah, seriously.
If you say that, I'll be like, yep. I'll pass these off to you. Probably better at carrying this than me.
Yeah. No, you're also better at sneaking around.
Yeah, you know. So I guess we'll both enter the hall, the main hall. What do we see? Do we see
Yeah,
Thun like behind the bar?
You see Tan like at the bar mixing drinks very competently, very well. People are saying like, "Oh yeah, can I have another one? Just a little bit more lemon in there." And yeah, and you see Walid at a table just chowing down. And you're a coat check. What does it look like when you're taking people's coats and hats?
I am trying to, as subtly as possible, go through every single person's pockets.
All right, going.
You do find a lot of weapons.
Nice. I can't
A
hold
lot of people are coming in here so strapped that they'll forget to take it off of their coats.
I like shake somebody's coat and it's just knives.
Yeah.
And you
People
actually,
are
there is a
carrying,
knife
quite a bit of
coat.
money.
Yeah,
It's just a coat made out of knives that
Made of
somebody
knives.
checks in. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm like holding it like ow, ow, ow.
Like the Magic the Gathering dress, except it's all blades.
Just
Oh my
knives.
god, yeah. So
Somebody hands
we
you
basically
a
come out
sword
and
umbrella.
we just see like the three of our companions just working the event out
Yep.
of uniform.
The like weapons that I find in people's pockets. Does it seem like these are like, I don't know. Does it seem like these people who are at this party all know what they're doing with these weapons? Are they like very, like, are they like pretty like handcrafted knives that have like no scratches whatsoever on them, or are they like worn things that have been used?
It's a mix. Like the ones you get from the proper guests are mostly that type, where it's like it's more ornament and more decoration and jewelry than it is actual weapon. But then like some of the security that accompany them, like they do have like legit like sort of batons that have like notches in them, like probably teeth marks that were not bitten but like actually beat on somebody's face.
Oh.
Yikes. I don't think I'm gonna steal any specific weapons because I can't carry them all, so there's really no like practical reason for me to take them, but like just kind of like checking out what we're up against if things go south. Maybe shoving some of the weapons into like a pile somewhere there shouldn't be. Maybe
they don't have access
switching
to
some
them.
of the weapons so that people have the wrong ones. Just mildly inconveniencing.
You
all
take the
people.
dagger and you put it into the sword sheath.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This will dull all their knife.
It's like oh.
What?
When did I get a spear?
There's just a pile of things that Yun thought was cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Things I
That's
didn't
for you
think were
later.
cool, I like swept under a carpet.
I think so. Han sees like everyone doing their job except Waleed.
Yeah. I'm
At this point-
honestly a little disappointed.
Oh,
Waleed,
you see
Waleed
Waleed
is
looks
half
cleaned
doing
up.
his job.
yeah,
He sometimes just sits down and eats a little bit, but he's other times he is going around passing things out,
Yeah.
but not doing a great job.
Is Waleed's weakness food?
Yes.
Is anybody's weakness
wow,
not food?
personally
Yeah.
attacked. All right, great. Like same. I think
Weakness or
like,
virtue? Let's.
Yeah.
Debatable.
Yeah, I mean, he's the stomach
Both.
of the party. That's I think fairly well established at this point.
Which is an impressive feat given how much food we've eaten in the first session.
Then I thought, Min's probably thinking, didn't I buy you a fish?
Yeah, it was delicious.
that was like 3 hours ago, though.
Yeah. What chicken feet?
Yeah, what
I think-
what fish?
I think so. Han sort of like leads over to him
What's
and
that
is
for?
like,
He's a growing boy.
your boy over there, is he as sneaky as you are?
I mean, he hasn't been caught yet. He seems
you
to be
need him?
blending in.
Do you need him right now?
Yeah, let's see what we can do on our own before let's let him enjoy it.
Just for bits, can I have Waleed actually has found sort of a group of like middle-aged ladies who are quite charmed by him, actually.
Of course.
Like
Of course.
ridiculousness and coarseness and like yeah, that
Oh,
are,
wait, is he saying what he means? Like,
yeah, basically. Right?
oh no.
Was that? Did he use a contraction?
My stars.
You're just so handsome.
Yeah, and at some point Waleed starts talking about like some bandit story, and they're kind of like, "Oh wow, that's exciting. Oh, you spent some time with the pirates? Oh, that's." I think that actually they're a little charmed by him.
Is Waleed telling stories about Min and Hong's adventures and claiming them to be his own?
No, not yet. But he is telling some of the stories that he told before he came to sort of Song proper, when he was still kind of hanging out on the pirate boat.
Cool.
We
So-
saw monsters you wouldn't believe. Sea monsters. I don't know, stuff like that.
Oh my, you're so brave. So yeah, Hong, I feel like let's just let Waleed have this moment, and it seems that Dan is handling things. Kind of look over to the bar and just be like, an approving nod.
Do I see you two come in?
Yeah. No reason why you shouldn't.
Oh, I wave.
Drink.
You
There's a
wave your
drink in the
fist
head, it
forward.
goes everywhere.
No. I rolled a 12.
I rolled a
No,
12.
I rolled a
This
12.
carries over the entire session.
I am highly competent till the end of time.
You're waving, but you're
On the
actually
screen,
shaking something.
You would see the 12.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, you've got like a shaker, but you like lift up 3 fingers as
Yeah,
you're like,
like-
yeah.
Ah, classy.
Yeah.
I was
People give me
gonna
more tips.
easy.
I think we'll
Yes,
do a
can I have an old fashioned, please? Best I can do is a rye and ginger. That's, you want a rum and coke? That's the best I can do. No fancy drinks here. I'm kidding. You're doing a great job.
Listen, it's a 12. It's not a 20.
You don't get the smoke and the foam with a 12.
Yeah.
You just get the lemon twists.
You're not doing the fancy, like, flippy shit that people do.
Would Don try or think about?
No. Now that actually,
now
Now
that
that-
Min's here.
now that Uncle is here, maybe I will try.
Roll,
Sure.
roll.
Yeah, go for it.
roll.
See
Yeah.
if you can show
Roll
off.
to show off.
Yes, roll to show off. Give me a sec. Let's see.
This is such a player party.
Oh,
I-
oh!
17.
What?
Eh.
There's just a burst of flame from the bar, and I was like, I got it. It's
How do
good.
I do? How do I do?
Yeah, exactly. There's a burst of flame. You do this thing that you saw at a fancy bar once, where like you hold up this small little lantern, you take off the glass sort of vase around the lantern, you squeeze a lemon rind, and there's a small burst of flame on the drink, and like people around are like, ooh, and like they're all very happy. You get a couple more tips, and a couple other people come over like, hey, can I have one of those, and like, that kind of stuff. And you see this very studious looking woman who's like very rail thin but petite and small, and has like these thick Coke bottle glasses. Walks up, she's like, can I have one of those with a lemon twist and an extra splash of bitter and a cherry, please? And you see as she's saying that, she like sets down this large ledger on the table, and she's dressed like an accountant, very plain.
So did
Of course. And
oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask if I saw that doing the like cool flippy thing.
Yeah, you do see that, and you notice this woman, this accountant type woman, and you notice that she did not come in with the guests.
Okay. I give Dan like a thumbs up from a distance if she notices, but then I keep my eyes on the accountant lady after.
Hung, did you teach Dan that?
Nope.
Does Waleed's charisma and Dan's like innate talent in bartending, does this create an opening for us to spot anything new?
I think if one of you wants to probably break off, because I think Hung had mentioned before casing the place, like they could probably cover the attention, and one of you could probably go around and get around pretty easily with more free reign than you had otherwise, because now they're drawing a lot of the attention up to the front.
Do you want to go, Hung, or do you want me to go?
Depends on how you want it solved. If we get found out, for you it's going to be subtle, and for me it'll be subtle and violent.
Why don't you keep an eye on everyone else? Keep an eye on the kids.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, I'm gonna break off from everyone else. So where are the where can I break off to? Where are there openings for me to leave this particular location?
What sort of stuff are you looking for? Are you looking at security? Are you looking for any secrets that might be in the building? Are you looking for
I'm interested in security
because
because we haven't seen any. You haven't described any security yet, so I'm very curious as to what could go wrong if Hung decides to solve problems with violence.
Yep, you do see that at the door of this sort of this lounge area, at the door, checking lists and checking invites, are a couple of pretty like standard affair guards. They're nothing special. They're like probably hired hands. But the one that stands out is that mountain of a woman that the other group had encountered before. You do see her in the hallways making rounds, like with her big club, and she's very studious. She sizes up everybody. She seems to be watching, and then she does make sure to you catch her glances that she does make sure to especially pay attention to people that are near the accountant and that are near the well-dressed woman that you had seen earlier with the wand. And then you also see a very young girl who's dressed in clothes that are much finer than you imagine are normal. Like, she looks like she's been dressed, not like these are her natural clothes. And she sort of is hanging around in the corner, just watching, looking like very, very meek, but like sort of is very intently watching. And I think due to your natural ability to size people up, you do see she is armed, like under she does have something behind her, some sort of weapons behind her back.
I'm going to walk up to her and ask her, can I get you anything? Hors d'oeuvres, drink?
Oh, yeah, just pomegranate juice if you have any.
Oh, pomegranate, nothing stronger?
Oh, no, not for me. I need to be what they say. I need to be on point. They said I need to. I can't be I can't be sloppy today.
Oh, but this is an auction. Everyone gets
Oh,
sloppy
well.
at an auction.
Well, no, thank you, but
Oh, okay.
I appreciate.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar and be like, pomegranate, please.
Just pomegranate.
Yes, just pomegranate. The patron over there would like one. Thank you. No
Thank
uniform. No uniform.
No.
Okay.
There was a lady with a really big
Yep,
club.
yep, 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 yep. It's fine. Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna walk back to the other woman and pomegranate like you requested.
Yeah, she's very grateful. She takes a sip. She says, "Thank you." And like, she's very young. She's like Waleed's age almost. And you do see that this large security guard like walks up and she says to this character whose name I forget what I gave their name like a year ago.
All good.
Yeah.
The name is Catastrophe. No.
She says the large sort of mountain woman, she says, have you made rounds on the second floor yet? And An's like, no, not yet. And she sort of stands up from her little she's sitting on like a little ledge of a planter and like sets down the drink. She's like, oh, thank you. And she sort of starts to make her way up some stairs to the second floor.
I'm gonna turn to the woman with the club and be like, second floor, do we have staff up there as well? I noticed that we have this floor handled pretty well.
Right. And she sort of shouts very, very brusquely, shouts across the room to this accountant at the table. Try. Are they supposed to be working upstairs? And this accountant like sort of is like finishing off the drink very like if you had watched her, she drank it very very slow, very like sort of taking it in like a studiously almost. And she sort of like sighs. She's like she slides the glass back over, picks up her ledger and walks over to Minh and this mountain woman. She's like, what did we say? And to this, she's like putting her in place, like, no, you don't act that way. Not here, not today.
To me,
And
or to the other woman?
to the woman,
Okay.
the woman who just shouted across
With
the
the
room.
shouting. Got it.
Yeah. And she says, no, staff should be setting up for the auction right now. I think it's, and she checks a pocket watch. Yeah, they should be setting up there.
Yeah. So shall I grab the rest of my crew and we should set up the auction? That's on the second floor, right?
The accountant's like, yes, please. It's very important. Things are ready up there.
I'll be like, oh, all right. Well, I'll go assemble my crew. I'm gonna use speak, and do you think I could use my ability to speak to all the rest of the crew since we're all kind of close?
Let's see.
So it says for the next minute you may speak silently into the mind of a nearby creature. Do you think Waleed's close enough?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do Waleed. Time to exit that conversation. Politely tell your new friends that you'll be back later.
Waleed looks down at the tray, which has just been completely eaten. These lovely ladies ate very little of it. Waleed ate the bulk of it, and says, "I need more hors d'oeuvres. Bye," and leaves.
I'm going to signal to Hung, just like, upstairs.
Han like takes the tray of hors d'oeuvres that he was carrying, looks at it, looks around, finds like a table, probably on top of something he's not supposed to, just kind of dunk and like walks off.
While I'm still talking to Waleed, I'll be like, grab Yun and grab Dan if Dan has a moment to escape the bar.
So Waleed will head over to the Kochek first. Notice the pile of weapons, and perhaps, maybe, is this where I get my iconic Dao?
Oh, we're gonna steal it?
Can I do that? Also appreciate the
The
fun.
were we thinking that, or are you talking about the other item?
Well, he just has
the
like
dish?
in our main game, yeah. Well,
Oh,
has just a Chinese Dao. It's up to you. Waleed could get it in Xia as well.
Yeah, you could totally like from the coat check. There's probably a couple Dao in there that you could probably grab.
Sweet.
Those are like big, right?
Yeah, they're pretty big. They're like it's like a long
So you're
sword.
just like, yeah, it's like fairly long.
Waleed has strap, right?
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
we
I
go.
think that maybe I sort of like slide it down my pant leg and
You're
then
gonna, like,
just
Wonder
walk
Woman it?
straight.
Yeah, I was
like
gonna
I
say
don't
the
bend
Wonder
at the
Woman.
knees, or I could do the Wonder Woman. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an option too.
I like
so,
walking
yeah,
without the bend in the knees, Waleed version.
I just like do this. Like I'll like bend one and then like swing the leg around.
Like awkward. You have to like walk like this the entire time.
Yeah.
Come now.
Yeah, we're going upstairs. Stairs are gonna be hard. Because you can't bend at the.
Oh no.
Does Waleed just like hop on one leg?
Yeah, basically.
You have to do like.
Well, I think when he gets to the
several separate ones.
stairs and like if there's nobody in the hallway, he'll just pull it out and just like run up the stairs.
So when we arrive, what happens when we eventually arrive upstairs?
I think
gonna say it
as you're
sounds
going
so
up the stairs are like back in the hallway from the lounge a little bit further in. I think Hung, if let's say Hung is probably trailing at the end. Hung, you notice a woman who's like peeking around the corner, and then runs across like the end of the hallway into the storage room where the uniforms were. Is John frozen?
Is John no, John's not frozen.
Sorry, I kind of
just on
there was like there was a quick like I was having an internet stutter there for a minute.
Okay.
Audio was coming. Could you do that again?
Yeah, Hung, you're trailing behind the rest of the group as they're making their way to the second floor to prepare for the auction
Yes.
proper, and you catch a slight older woman who looks around the corner, like sort of looks both ways, like looks for any security, sees there's none, and then quickly like scampers across the hallway into the room where you got dressed up in your uniforms. It's probably on the far end of the building, closer to the kitchen than it is the lounge.
Hunt sort of like turns to I think sort of calls up to me and goes, "Man, I've seen a potential problem. I'm gonna check it out."
Okay, go for it.
And so Hunt sort of like as they sort of peel up, we'll sort of like start to walk up the stairs and then turn and like go back towards the uniform room.
We follow Hung like walking down the hallway, and you approach the storage room where you got dressed. The door's closed. Do you just go in? Do you like try? Do you kick in the door? Do you like
No,
slowly?
Hunt just like goes to open the door as if like because
Okay.
he's dressed like a person who works there, and so as if he has every right to go in because they said there were like crates of soy sauce and rice
Yeah.
vinegar and stuff. So like as if he's going in to just go get something.
All right. So you walk in, and you hear as you're walking in, you hear like quickly clambering feet, and then you see this woman like suddenly like very hastily and like poorly doing like trying to save face is putting on one of the other uniforms on top of her other clothes. She looks around. She's like, "Oh, hey, you need help out there?" She's like buttoning up this or like tying the sash on this robe.
You're late, said the guy who was also super late. Later.
Yeah, I'll be right out there. Need me in the kitchen, right? That's
Yeah, did you get held up? What happened?
yeah. I was my the break ran a little bit long. Lost track of time. I was watching the stuff outside.
Hmm.
You notice she's barefoot?
Is that and that's I assume not common in this particular establishment, right? Everyone's wearing
Not for staff especially.
What happened to your sort of like points at her feet?
Funny thing about that is that and she's going to suddenly throw a knife at you.
Yep.
Ah!
Saw that coming. All right.
Let's see. I think
So you could roll an attack against John, or you can get John to roll to dodge.
yeah, I think it's a dodge is
Yeah.
what we're gonna roll for.
I will do that then.
Sorry, this was the really tall lady, right?
No,
This
this is
was
like
No,
a-
this is
a
this
sort
is
of-
another person who was like
Okay,
putting
new
on
person.
a like who's this is from the other crew.
That's
Putting
a
on
12. I don't know what that.
Got
that's
it.
a success.
Well, that's a success. What does it look like? Do you dodge? Do you smack it out of the air? Does it just is it just a whiff?
Yeah, I think like it goes straight. And Han's like as it like funks into the wall behind him, and just goes, "You're not a server," and then goes to hit her.
But neither am I.
Yup.
Pot kettle, calling the kettle. Not
Yeah,
a server.
Yeah.
Are we doing just a regular hit or a special move here?
Oh, that's a good one. Hmm.
You have so much AP.
I do. I have a lot of AP, but I can't. I don't think I can use that. So I can't use sneak attack right now because I'm the only thing that she knows I'm there.
Mhm.
So what I will do is I think Han's going to cause a scene.
Okay.
Because if this is what happens, it means that all the attention will get diverted down to this. Like security attention will get diverted down,
Mhm.
which means that Minh can do their job upstairs if like there's less security up there. So Han just sort of like takes a deep breath, and then sort of like exhales and just like almost like a cool almost like liquid nitrogen hitting air. Fog just bursts out of his hair, like it starts like fills the room, flows out under the door, explode like bursts out into the hallway, and the whole place is just covered in like fog and mist.
What ability's that? That's so cool.
That is so cool.
Cloud call.
Oh, dope.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. So everyone in the fog can't see beyond their reach, so they can't make range attacks, and no one can see into it. And it lasts until I leave, or if it's hit by strong winds. And then Han, I think will, because he was by the door already, stick his head out the door and be like, "We have an intruder in the cloud bank," and then stick his head back in, and then wait to see what they do, whether they run or they try to fight their way out.
Mm,
That's 1 AP.
that's sick. Do we?
I think she...
Is there a commotion from this, or do the staff try to keep it away from the patrons?
I think there will be a commotion, but she's very quick, so she's gonna get one more thing to do.
Nice.
Oh, sure.
She's gonna try and close the distance and silence you and try to do a little bit of stabbing. So can we get another dodge from you, John?
Yeah, we can do that. How bad? Come on.
In my head, I have that
10. So we're on the cusp of failing here.
And
it's
it
a
is
tough
full
choice.
success. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
tough choice.
Yeah, you
Okay.
succeed, but there's a cost.
That's
You have
fine.
the dramatic manager will give you a choice between two setbacks.
Cool.
I think two setbacks. I think either your cover is broken as well, because suddenly there's cloud and there's this magic cloud cover here,
Mhm.
or let's see, or you can take damage but get a serious clue from this heist.
Oh, I will take damage. I would take damage all game. Let's take some damage.
So you take damage,
Mhm.
and she does an over the shoulder throw on you,
Sure.
and she'll toss you against the wall, and you crash through this false wall into another room where it's you're a little bit dazed, so you don't get the full scope of this room, but you do see tables in here, and you do see some security in here, some pretty tough looking security.
Yep.
They're standing up. They're surprised. They're standing up from a table, they're dropping some cards that they're of a game they're playing.
Yeah, Han's got I think is it's in server uniform,
Mhm.
and then just kind of points and goes, "There's an attacker in the other room," and then slumps over as if he's gotten knocked out but isn't, because if they all run out the room, then he can just sit back up and then go and explore the room once it's empty.
I think
Oh,
now is when
my.
we hear the commotion.
Oh dear.
The rest of the group, you hear the commotion, like, "Oh, there's an intruder in the cloud bank," and in from Hong's familiar voice, and you do hear like the heavy stomping of like some other people running down the hallway towards the direction where Hong had gone.
Oh no, something bad's happening.
Oh dear.
But I'm a professional, and I'm going to continue doing my job at the auction
Yup.
house.
Good. Excellent.
Waleed, let's go. Because we left Dun because Dun was so popular at the bar.
Was so popular.
Yun, maybe we should go make sure that we could serve drinks to those working in the auction house.
Right. So I'm gonna go back through to where the coat check was and pick up a random one of the coats that looks like something darker in color. I'm gonna grab one of them. Are there still other servers going around with like hors d'oeuvres and stuff, like the little teacups or anything?
There are still other servers around. They're all mostly distracted by the sudden like sound of intruder and like what looks like smoke or fog. They can't tell, and like all the security's like sort of on alert. They're like all of them are distracted, but they're around.
Okay.
How much damage did I take, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, she does. Jump all the way back to the end of this PDF. She deals 2 attack.
Cool. I take 2 damage.
Well, that's a lot in Quest.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like a fifth of my HP.
Oh. Does it look like I can get to Thun and like back out without getting noticed, or would it look like I am stirring up more trouble?
You could roll for it.
Oh, okay.
We must
This is that one.
protect the most precious bartender.
Oh no. Okay. I don't know if that worked. It stayed the same number.
Uh-oh. Try again.
It did like a spinny thing though, so I think it's right. Coincidence? I could try again.
Which
Oh, that is much worse.
Oh no.
That is a 9.
Oof.
Well, I mean, it's still a success. It's just one with a tough choice.
Okay, because
What
I
was
had
your
a plan
goal?
if this. I was trying to determine whether it would look like I was, like if I made a beeline to Thun, if it would look like I was causing more trouble in like part of the attack. I'm just trying to calculate my options because I have 2 ways I could
Okay.
go about doing this.
I think. Let's see. I think you could, and you maintain you grow suspicion. Like you're not outright like that's another intruder, but like it's definitely suspicious. So you'll get like one track, like one tick up of like on a suspicion track if there was one, or if you do, or otherwise if you don't, a tough choice. Otherwise, you could in this commotion. If you don't, you do have the coats. You could suddenly try and pass for one of the guests.
I was going to try and see if I could make it seem like something was spilled on one of them, and some alcohols could be used to remove stains. So I was going to go behind the bar and use that as cover.
You know, I think with that an excuse like that, it's fitting, and most people are distracted enough that you could reasonably.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that, and then get behind the bar with Dun and basically be like, "Do you see this stain? People are gonna kill us if they see like this mess." And I'm gonna point to a random bottle that I don't know what it is, and just hand me that and come with me.
Oh, okay. I grab it and I'm like, oh, sorry. I'll be back. To, I don't know, whoever's waiting for more.
All of your adoring fans.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just like a sort of disgruntled, maybe slightly higher up employee is the fact I'm trying to give, and I'm basically just like grabbing Dun by the arm and being like, gotta go.
Yep, I'm running.
I figured that Thun might think that that might have actually been an oversight that Waleed did not get Thun originally.
What?
Ooh.
Oh,
Might
I don't
sorry, it
think-
might not have been an oversight. Is what I meant to say. Nope,
I know.
okay.
I didn't. I don't think
I don't know.
I was very distracted. I think I was really enjoying
Enjoying your
mixing
adoring
drinks
fans.
for people.
Found your calling.
I kind
I
of
know.
get the sense that Waleed may have thought that, but I'm also just like, more people probably better.
Yep.
All this is happening so fast. Like,
I also get the sense that something bad is going to happen.
So Waleed and I are on the second floor now.
yes.
what happens? Like, we know this commotion's happening. I'm assuming it's something that Hung has done. What happened? Is the second floor clearing out, or are people going to? It's the auction, so I'm assuming they want to go secure all of the precious goods.
Right now, as you come up here, you do see that there's a smaller, like, sort of buffet table where there's food and things like that, and then there's these long tables with display cases which have like various like jewelry and art pieces, but like none of these are like super memorable or like the top tier items. These are all like on display to show that they have stuff and for people to look at and interact with, but not like these are not like the main attractions. And then you do see in the far end that the woman, the very well dressed woman with the wand, she is like sort of speaking with one of the sort of hired on hands, saying they need to go down there and see what's happening. And then the hired on hand like runs across, and then you do see that she sort of walks up to the corner of one of these the corner of this building and lifts up a trapdoor, and then a lot of this like sort of smoke and mist comes out from it.
Okay. I'm gonna say, oh, excuse me, we were sent up here to help, but it seems like there is some sort of commotion downstairs.
Are you security or?
We secure food.
Well, just stay out of the way.
Okay. I mean, like, my I'm gonna turn my son and I. This is his first job, and I just want to make sure that nothing bad happens to him. Is it okay if we stay up here? We don't want to get in the way of security downstairs.
Yeah, as long as you're out of the way, that's perfectly fine.
Okay. Is she the only one here?
She is. And
this trap door, it clearly goes downstairs into the space where Hung is.
Yeah.
And so this is not the main auction room. This is not where all the goods are. Like
this is where they're going to hold the auction, but this is not where they're keeping the big items.
So are there other doors that we could go through to potentially, find our way to the high value targets?
I think it's pretty clear to y'all, like being like professionals and thieves, that this trapdoor is where this is where they secretly we're going to ferry up the high end items from.
So out of game, Hung is playing dead in the space where we need to be. Pretty dope. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be like, hey, son, let's get away from the entrance to this area. Let's move over here. And I'm going to motion over to the trapdoor area as we slowly make our way over here. Is she going down the trapdoor, or is she just like opening it up, seeing this cloud come through? How is she reacting to that?
For a moment, she just she opens it up and then she starts like waving this fog out of the way, like trying to get, and then she looks down, and then she does like sort of start to climb down the ladder of this trapdoor.
I'm gonna follow her.
Okay. I think you have enough cover with this cloud bank that like she doesn't immediately notice that you come down if you give her like a brief moment. And Hung, like as you're down there on the ground, you do hear footfalls within the smoke here, and then you do also hear like the very light tapping of bare feet on this hardwood floor as it's like sort of scrambling around. Like it's sort of, you can tell that this person who had attacked you, they're sort of like very carefully in the fog navigating around people that are walking in here.
Given like the time it took for that lady to like go into the trapdoor and whatnot, would I say, since I went with Walid and then backtracked for Thun, would I be able to get up to the second floor at that point?
Yes.
Okay.
So we hear you coming. And...
Okay.
Come.
I will follow. You like my walking imitation? Walking very quickly.
I forgot that Walid is still has the sword in his pants.
Jeez.
Walid, do you follow Minh down into the trapdoor as well?
Sorry, who? Yeah, me?
Walid, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So I think as Yun and Than are coming up the stairs and you see Walid going down into this trapdoor, y'all, as they are going down into into the fog, you do see this crossbow bolt like come from across, suddenly like strikes on the floor, and it's got this rope attached to it, and you follow the rope to another building, and then you see you see a figure like sliding across the rope towards the rooftop of this building.
Wait, they shot a crossbow bolt with a rope through like a window into the auction room?
Oh, sorry, no, I was unclear. The second floor is like an open balcony sort of deal. It's like an open air
okay, cool.
sort of second floor, where in which
Like
you can
an app
overlook
and
and you
cut the
see a
rope.
lot of the festivities going on in the square, and you see some of the other rooftops, and you get to see the sky and the fireworks that they do have.
Oh,
It's
fancy.
like an open rooftop patio thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Very fancy.
Mm.
And this place has like cover from the fog still, or
The fog has not like totally come up through the trapdoor
okay.
here.
I think Spotlight's still on Thanh and Yun.
Mhm.
Yun.
What do you do about this? Clearly, like to professionals, this is obviously other thief that is coming in.
Oh yeah.
It was just crossbow bolt rope.
Yeah, and then you see sliding down the rope at the angle, like I don't know what you call it, like when you slide down ropes in
Zipline?
Yeah, zipline, like ziplining down is somebody on ziplining down towards this patio rooftop area.
How dangerous would a fall from there be?
I
It's like a 2-story drop.
fall damage.
Oh.
That is such a
I'd
piece
say-
Well, I
of
don't know
question.
if there's
Yeah.
like trees, but I don't know.
No, it's definitely like open. So it's like it wouldn't be a deadly job, but it definitely like you definitely hurt real bad. You'd probably have a good limp for a while.
Trying to determine how much of an asshole I'd be if I cut it.
I mean, is your character an asshole, or are you just like a productive member of our crew,
I
ensuring
think I
that?
am currently being productive in helping our crew succeed with minimal injury. So,
to our
and this
crew.
person
I could do
to our
something.
crew.
This person
Done? You
may,
have
in fact,
something?
result in more injury.
Yeah. If Dunn has something, yeah.
Yeah. I also see this person and I'm like, laugh, and I'm gonna use my perky profanation.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's very good.
Oops, let me mark off my point. Perky profanation, which is I curse a nearby creature for the next 10 minutes. The curse is lifted if the creature is harmed. So, and I'm gonna choose laughter. So they double over and sustain laughter and cannot move. Everything
Oh, no.
they hear sounds hilarious. to
So wait, they're on this zip line and they just break out into laughter. They
Yeah.
fall.
And
No.
drop.
Exactly.
What? Oh, well,
That
I
seems
guess.
like the most clear thing to me, because like it's not like a proper zipline where like they have a
Yeah.
pulley and wheel situation.
Like
They've
a
just got
leather
like
strap.
a sash that they're,
They might fall,
they're
yeah.
going down. So I think they do, like they start laughing uncontrollably, they slip and they start falling. We hear a thud on the side of the building.
But like a cartoon thud.
no, like
Like Wile E. Coyote, like there's a whistle and then a
Yeah, that.
There's like a dotted outline where they used to be.
Yeah.
No, you actually hear like that wet, crunchy thud that you actually get with real people. No, I'm kidding. We get a
no.
cartoon thud.
Yeah.
cartoon.
These are
If,
real people.
if the person is dropped though, then I'm going to cut it so more people cannot come across
Gotcha.
with that.
Easy enough.
Ding. Oh, I'm going to hand Dunn her dagger back that I've been hiding.
oh no, you keep it. It's for you.
You sure?
Yeah, you don't have one, right?
I have another one.
No, I'll share with you.
I'll share with you. We'll take turns.
We'll take turns. I just like pull out
Sure.
both of the daggers I have and I just sort of like hand her back the one that actually belongs to her. And it's like, really think you need it right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Aw,
I
she's
take it
trying to be
back.
friends.
Try to be
it's trying to
friends.
be nice.
You're having this little interaction as like the din of chaos is breaking out all around
I'm
you.
just screaming and we're just like, no,
This
you
little
take
sweet
it.
No, you
Nice.
take it.
No, you
Right
can
after
have
you
it. It's
killed
okay.
somebody, like you both together killed
and
somebody.
even if they
and now
did it,
you're-
it's just like the person is like has just smashed into the side of the building and they're
Person's
still laughing,
screaming.
like
Yeah.
broken ribs
Person's
and
leg
all.
is broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Every
it
laugh hurts.
stops. No, it breaks after they
No,
take
it's like the
harm.
world's worst laughing gas. The
Oh,
minute you
okay, so
experience
they
pain, you
stop
stop laughing.
Stop. Oh, that's right.
Ow!
Oh God!
This reminds me of the Joker gas from like Batman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Yeah, this like they're very hurt, and we're just like, no, you take the knife. It's okay. I'll be.
No, you keep it. I have 2.
No, it's okay. I was holding it for you.
Hung, you're in here. You're on the ground. You see these 2 security dudes like sort of getting up. You hear a couple people coming down like a ladder as you see light coming from a trapdoor above that you're looking up at the ceiling. You hear this intruder sort of padding around barefoot. What are you gonna do, Hung? Lots of targets, but only 2 fists.
Lots of targets, but only 2 fists. Luckily, I have a hit everything within reach button.
Really?
I do, yeah. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to use focus, which is... So Han's like sort of on the floor, and kind of like hops up to his feet. And then I'm going to use my focus ability. Which
Does he kip
me,
up?
Yeah,
To his feet?
he kips up, yeah. So basically, you pause briefly, closing your eyes and clearing your mind of its reflexive habits. Yourself fades away as your body becomes your task. Choose one. You can immediately use your flow ability, even if you don't roll a 20. My flow ability lets you make 1 basic attack on every enemy within reach, and they are automatically successful.
Oh, dope.
Wow.
So we're just going to burn 3 points to do that, and now I can hit every enemy within reach, too. So
Okay.
it's not even everybody, it's just every enemy.
So you just get this calm moment where you close your eyes, you become one with the fog, and you just punch out.
Fists
I think
kind of
that's the
come
thing.
out of the fog.
I think that's a thing for Hung too. Like Hung, I think uses this as a relative strategy.
Yeah.
Like it's just like discombobulate everyone else and then strike from the fog.
So that's it. We get the perspective
yeah.
of like the security and like everybody else in the fog. They're like confused. They're very carefully going through the fog, like they've got like their weapons out, and then suddenly the fog breaks and we see a fist come out and like just cracks right into them.
Yeah. So that's,
how much damage do you do?
I do 2 HP with each hit.
Okay, so those 2 security are immediately knocked out.
Yeah.
You connect with this intruder. She does not go down just yet, but she does take a good crack to the jaw, and then you do hit the madam, the woman in the long dress, but you do see this flash in the fog of like a golden glow as you hit her, and then it sparks back at you, and then you're going to take some damage back, some splash back.
Seems fair.
You take back, let's see, you take back half what you dealt, so you take
so
1.
1. Awesome.
Yep.
So I think especially if Fung sort of sees the person with the dragon wand, I assumes that they're like, if Hung doesn't know like what side they're on, but knows they were working in the thing.
Yeah,
and it's still
know
wearing
that they're not on your side.
Yeah, it was still just wearing the serving thing and just sort of like, apologies, ma'am, it was in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an intruder over there, and then goes back to like position to fight against the one person that he knows is still up at the moment, and leaves. Like I think he can hear people coming down the trapdoor, and is like turns from the trapdoor on the assumption that hopefully it's Minh, and then if he'll deal with Magic Lady later because magic is not his strong suit.
I think, can I get you to roll to see if you're able to play off like this apology to the madam?
Yeah, sure. 12.
Successfully. She tells you if there's good money in it for you if you get him, referencing the intruder.
Yeah.
So
right.
So we enter. So are we entering a scene where has the fog cleared?
Not yet. I think it's starting to fill up this room because it is magical fog and it starts to fill this sort of secret casino that you can tell. You see these tables and with cards and craps and things, and then you see on the far wall a vault door. And you catch this flash as the madam's sort of magical armor deflects Hong's attack in the fog.
Oh, catering. We're just So Hong has taken out some people here.
Yes.
Are we able to see that even with the fog?
Yes, you do hear the thumps and you see like 2 sort of figures in the fog fall down.
Okay. I definitely know that this is Hong's MO. This is his move. I'm going to is the woman with the wand moving towards the vault?
She is. She's going to move towards the vault.
Okay. I'm going to say like, Waleed, let's just go help her.
Let's do it.
And I'm going to make my way towards the woman, and I'm gonna say like, there are intruders upstairs. My son and I followed you down here just because. I mean, the people are upstairs. They ziplined in.
Whoa.
I'm gonna like while we're up there, there's still a crossbow bolt like in the ground where
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and like wrench that out of the ground or like make it look broken so it looks like the fall was an accident and not well, I mean, I guess he didn't fall because I cut it.
He just heard a funny joke.
Yeah. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that because I didn't
Okay.
kill him.
Yeah. I mean, that joke was so good it killed.
Oh,
I guess you could
God.
say
Oh,
he
God.
died laughing.
Oh.
Ah,
Fine.
That's good.
Waleed, it's not a time for puns.
Lost his grip for a moment there. God.
Every time the camera pans to Waleed, he's pulling out one of the hors d'oeuvres he'd shoved into his pockets. They're all like crushed and stuff.
oh no.
Waleed, it's not a time for snacks.
Yes, Uncle. It throws it down.
Hey, we want to go up to the one and be like, is there somewhere safe to go? The second floor is not safe anymore. What is this? Why is there a cloud inside?
I think she was like halfway through like doing the combination in this safe, and she's like, "Wait, what do you? No, what? I told you to stay out of the way." And like she looks very suspicious. Like this is like I think this is a step
Yeah.
too far, and it's very clear on her face. She's like, "You're not, no." And you see her like quickly reach for the wand at her side.
Okay.
But I think you've got the jump on her if you want to pull something here.
Yeah.
Knock her out.
Does she count as a commoner?
No, she does not. She's a boss.
She's a boss, eh? Oh,
She a bouse.
spouse. But we won't be able to get into. Does anybody have any out of game? Does anybody have any abilities that would allow us to get into the vault if she can't open it? Because if we kill her,
I have
don't
a
think so.
key thing. I don't have a combination lock thing.
she's
What's your
reaching
key
for.
thing?
Okay, well I'm strapped.
And I have a talking to people thing.
I'm just gonna roll an attack on her with my
Okay.
with my broken spear. Let's do this. Oh, I messed that up. 7. It's a tough choice. I
choice.
succeed. It's 2 damage, but it's a tough choice. So I think what's gonna happen is as she reaches for her wand, I'm actually gonna like rip off my caterer's outfit, revealing like just my armor, my body, and I'm just like strapped with
Nice.
weapons, and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
slash at her with the spearhead that I've actually turned into a dagger.
I think either you lose the spear, either it breaks or it gets flung somewhere on like the splashback from her magical shield, or the mountain shows up.
The mountain shows up. 100%.
Yep,
The mountain shows
Oh
up.
no.
Yeah, through the fog, the mountain has come to Muhammad.
Oh lordy.
Oh no. Well,
Does
Waleed, it's time
Does
to
the
apply.
mountain does the mountain count as a boss too?
No, the mountain is not a boss. The mountain is a minion.
Oh,
Okay.
good thing we have
But-
sneak attack.
The mountain announces their presence, swinging through the fog like these big swings that
Yeah.
dissipate the fog. These are like big white swings that like just pass through it and like start clearing the room.
Fair.
Just swinging blindly, trying to hit anything and everything in the way.
So right now it's Hung, the wand lady, the mountain lady, Waleed, myself in the room, and then Yun and Dan, who are coming
There's
down
also, like,
the ladder,
The barefoot lady as well as
and the barefoot lady,
She's
who is now
somewhere here.
visible.
Yes,
Okay.
with the fog starting to get pushed away, she's like revealed.
Well, this is awkward.
Does who does the mountain lady hit? Does she hit anybody at all yet?
Let's
like-
see. I'm curious now.
She
There's
hits
a whole
you.
there's a whole right. There's a whole bunch of people in this room. So
I
I'm very
I
curious.
think everybody needs to make a little dodge here. and
Oh,
see who
no.
gets swung.
Oh,
She's a
Wait,
big woman.
all
She's got
of
a big
us?
club.
All of us?
Yeah,
All of us?
she's
Me
swinging
and-
real wildly.
Me and
all of
Ron,
us?
All of us?
All of
Yeah.
us?
Oh, no. I think the two
No.
of you are like.
I think
upstairs,
I think
so-
the two of you
Upstairs,
upstairs are fine. I think it's
Oh, okay. You haven't come
Here's
down
some
yet.
crash.
Sorry.
well. Does this?
15.
I thought you were
Woo!
making your way down. Okay.
All right.
So
I've tried
just
to roll.
Hung, Min,
I rolled
and
a
Waleed.
17.
Okay.
I roll a 19, yo.
Nice. She
I don't
hits
have
her
dice on there. I'm
friends.
just gonna roll physical.
Hit her friend.
Hit her friends, because then I can sneak.
She hits
attack.
barefoot lady.
Nice.
She does not hit the madam. Okay.
Okay, so
Barefoot lady gets knocked the fuck out.
so here's a
Splatter.
question. So sneak attack says once per round when a nearby foe attacks a creature other than you, you can exploit their focus. It doesn't say it attacks a friend other than you. It attacks anybody nearby.
Oh.
It does.
Yep,
Do
you're
it.
right.
I spend 3 points. And instant kill her.
Blessings.
What does that look like?
So 3 points. So 3 points of sneak attack. You kill a commoner or minion instantly. I think so she like swings like the backsword, like hits her friend in the noggin and like knocks her out. I think.
Mhm.
Hung comes around, like grabs the club, pulls it into him, like comes up, like strikes her in the throat, then wraps his arm around, just snaps her neck, and just drops her.
Ooh.
Could I say?
Ooh, blessings.
Could I say
That's
that
great.
I am sort of coming down? Is it like a
Mhm.
ladder or stairs?
It's like a ladder.
Okay, like I'll be like climbing down the ladder enough to see that.
So it reinforces why you're so intimidated by
This is one spooky dude. Like,
Yeah.
And
Ah.
might I interrupt? That instant kill is brought to you by our sponsor, Roll20.
The roll 20 insta kill.
you know that
You know,
one.
move your tabletop game online with Roll20.net today. A lot of you are playing games while staying socially distant and are looking for the best way to do it. Whether you need maps, character sheets, video and voice chat, or dynamic lighting, Roll20 has you covered. With Roll20, you can build games with all different types of features. Whether you're playing Fiasco, Quest, or just need something to keep track of your records, or a dungeon crawler with lighting effects and terrain and little tokens, head to Roll20. Roll20 will take care of all of that for you. Join over 5 million players and see for yourself at Roll20.net. It's free to set up an account, build a game, and play. There we go. Let's do this. Thank you,
Awesome.
Roll20, for sponsoring Dungeons and Asians.
Yeah, big shout out.
I think we're just going to do that from now on, whenever we get a kill.
This kill brought to you by Roll20.
So, I mostly did that because I forgot to do a mid-roll. Because we had
Oh, yeah.
technical difficulties. So, Haga has just, like, brutally killed this very intimidating NPC.
Like, this is
brutal. It was extremely practical and efficient.
It was.
Hey, brutal. That can be brutal.
the brutal.
It's true. You're right.
Like, this is more violent than I'm used to getting.
That's fair.
Okay.
I'm a thief, not a murderer.
I am a thief, not a murderer.
Whereas
We have a
Hog
line
is a
here.
murderer thief.
I say as I plotted with Dun to, cut the person down.
Because that whole moment, I'm imagining as they're ziplining, you're like, should we cut this rope? And
We're like halfway down.
Okay.
And I think the madam, she's gonna like scream out Lee, like to her friend that has just been so brutally murdered in here, just having come in, and she's gonna fire off a bolt from her wand just from the hip. And I think because Minh is closest and right there, I think you've got to roll to dodge this hit.
Actually, what I'll do, within reach rolls
Abilities.
is this character going to be rolling an attack against me because I do have counterattack?
Yeah, we could say they're rolling an attack against you.
Okay.
Do you want to do that? I was thinking that maybe Waleed would intercept any attacks on you.
Ooh, I
but
like that.
You can just do that too. if you
No,
like.
if you would like to intercept, I think
Yeah, so
narratively it'd be interesting.
Yes, yeah. So I think sort of as Waleed sees Uncle Minh being targeted, he will spend one action point. Is that what it's called now?
Yep.
To adventure point. Yeah, sorry.
Mhm.
To intercept, which is if a nearby NPC is about to attack someone, you may rush to intercept the attack. You must say this as soon as the NPC makes their attack on you instead. When you intercept the attack, the attacker immediately becomes affected by your provoke ability, which means that they will be paying attention to me for the next minute.
Okay.
Ooh.
But the effect ends if the target is hit by another creature or if hostilities subside. So I'm hoping to keep the focus of this creature on me while I attack them with my Dao.
You just pull it out of your pants.
Your pant.
Can I have like I'm trying to pull it out. I end up having to rip the side of my pant leg off
Yeah.
in order to get it out.
You know have you seen Tropic Thunder? You know that scene when Jack Black pulls the pistol out of his pants?
No.
There's a
He
scene.
thought it was my leg, but no.
Yeah, that sounds like basically what I'm thinking of here. Yeah.
Nice. So Waleed rips his pants, pulling a sword out of the pant leg.
Yeah. I don't think his pants fall down. He just like whatever slices up the side, so there's like a big like slash in this pant leg.
What's the term for the ripped jeans? What is it? What do you call that? What did
Yeah, right.
Stressed.
Distressed? That's what the youth call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were already distressed pants.
Stressed.
Nice.
But now it's fashion.
Now it's fashion. So wait. So does Waleed take damage from intercepting?
You may rush to intercept the attack. It does not specify that actually. The NPC makes their attack on you instead. So yeah,
So that means Kevin rolls an attack on you.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just take the
let's
attack.
see.
Yeah.
That is a 10, which I think is partial.
No, yeah, 10 is the last number in the tough choice.
Tough choice, yeah.
And I have
So
10
for them-
HP, right? So what do I lose?
You're going to take 4 damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Bosses hit hard, but you do get an opening. I think. Okay, this is why players roll and GMs don't, because the tough choice thing. I think you. So I'll give you 2 advantages. You can either. Let's see. You either have a very clear and safe getaway, or you get her at your mercy. But there is more danger incoming.
I think I will get her at my mercy.
Okay.
And sorry, can you describe the attack? Can we work together to create a narrative?
Yeah. So she sees her companion go down, and she like very gunslinger Western pulls the wand from its holster and hip fires it, and you intercept. So I assume like you either get her to twist into your direction, or you jump in front between her and Minh.
I'll jump.
Yeah, you jump between her and Minh, and then it hits you probably in the gut. And then how does it look when you get her at your mercy? Do you like lift up the dowel like at her throat? Do you push her down on the ground?
Yeah. So sorry. Like, what is the wand effect? Like, is this like just like a ray coming at me? Is this like fire? Is this cold? Like, is there
Force.
Is it just
I
force?
I think it's some sort of force bolt.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I like I'm about to double over. Sort of from that, I take the Dow and I plant it into the ground to stop me from being pushed further back by it, and then I use that as leverage to like pull myself up towards her and get right inside her guard. So I'm like right there, but with my dagger. I've pulled up my dagger in the moment, and so I've got my dagger at her neck, and I'm inside her guard, and I've got like the wand hand blocked and pointing up towards sort of the ground there.
This is Ammar who said that he doesn't watch a lot of anime. I just described the most like anime counterattack ever.
Well, I watched a lot of movies.
It's amazing.
I briefly made movies actually, but anyway.
Ooh.
I still have a pretty decent imagination for fights, is what I'm saying.
We get this good 2-shot of you like almost nose to nose. She's snarling and she's got her teeth are gritted. She's like, you see like a little bit of spittle coming out with every exhale as like she's locked in by this much younger man, but who's got like the knife to her throat and her weapon pinned.
Definitely. This is also the moment where we see, Waleed, who's generally been a fool most of this, display some of his acuity with fighting that we will see a lot more in Dungeons and Asians.
Hey.
Or have already seen more in Dungeons and Asians.
I'm going to use this as an opportunity to try to subdue her. Because Waleed's kind of held her wand hand up. I'm going to get behind her, and I'm going to subdue her.
Okay.
Give me a good roll. If I could get this... Oh, son of a...
Oh no.
Oh.
What is it?
3.
Undoes all the work.
That does all of what... I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Good. I want to walk up like gonna look very cocky, be like, "Good job, Waleed," and I'm gonna try to like take my dagger, and I want to hold it up to her throat, and I wanted to say, "Open the vault," but I failed.
That is actually kind of better because provoke means that if somebody else attacks her, then her attention turns to them, and for now, her attention is locked in with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like I can continue to sort of whatever. I could disarm her now and force her to open the vault. Which, if you'll let me, I can do that now. Or if there's a
We still have to resolve my failure.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
sorry.
she's about to spit like some curse at you, like just like swearing at you, calling you terrible names. But then we hear some commotion outside, and we hear yelling like magistrates, everybody get down on the ground. And we hear like quickly like thumping feet spreading out throughout the building. So you've got moments before like they come in here. But Waleed, you still have her at your mercy.
Yeah, I think I have an idea of what I would like to do. What I would like to do. What's her hair like? Does she have a
She's
braid
got
by chance? Or
Yeah, let's say she's got like a pixie cut that leads into a braid, a long braid that comes around the side.
okay, so while I've got my sort of dagger on her neck, I'm going to sort of flick my arm out, like force her to like I'll use my knuckle to hit her in the inside of the wrist and force her to loose the wand, grab the wand, stick it in her braid in the back, and then twist it a couple of times to control her head using this wand from behind, and like turn her around and be like, open the safe.
Okay. Let's see. Fuck it, that was cool. I'm gonna give
You
it.
said there were magistrates coming.
Yeah.
Yes, magistrates have raided the building.
Like, are they like in the room, or are they like?
They're not in the room. You just hear them breach the building, like pretty further away. So they're going to be coming soon, but they're not on you yet.
Where are they coming from? Like, is there another door?
From like the
or
lounge
something?
area you were at. So they're gonna have to like make their way through the lounge, through the hallway, all the way down.
I guess you heard them because they're yeah. Because we're all in the same room now. It's like you two have entered.
Yeah, and presumably they, being professional, like sort of law enforcement, they do like breach and clear. They just clear all the rooms between you and them. So you've got like a couple moments.
Okay. Wherever it sounds like they're coming through, I'm going to use what is it? Like 1 AP to use one of my skills to improvise a poison trap.
Oh, okay. What does that look like?
So I don't have poison, so maybe I'm not going to do that. Give me a second. It says if I have poison, I may create a small floor trap that poisons the first creature to step on it. Don't know if I have
What
poison.
if you make poison out of all of the different sauces that are here?
I was going to say, what if I make poison out of the alcohol bottle that I took from Dun?
Yeah.
Neat.
It was, you know what, this is the thing in Vietnamese culture. It's like cobra wine. There's a cobra in there.
Neat.
So that's where you get the venom from.
I'm gonna do something real cool with the venom. I have to like take my dagger and like dissect the snake. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to spend 1 AP to do that, and then just set a poison trap for the first person to come through.
Gotcha.
Whatever entrance, and then like run back to somewhere else.
Yeah. Because this is like a secret room that connects into that room, so you probably go back in that secret casino. And so she's like saying like you don't know who you're messing with. You're not going to get away with this. We're going to find you. As she's like continuing to do the combination, and you hear this big thud as like the combination is locked in, and like she sort of pulls it a little bit and opens up this safe door.
Can I sort of knock her head forward on the safe door and knock her out, or is that like a roll? Or
no,
you just do it? Okay.
That's cinematic as fuck. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll just say, yeah, my name's Waleed.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, got to build that bandit name, right? The bandit brand.
Remember me.
The bandit brand.
All
You will
press is
forever
depressed.
remember the day I hit your head against the safe door and walked out of your fucking house. Like,
I mean, what better
Brandon.
way to cement yourself as a badass than for some other badass to want you dead?
it's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Well-
Also, Brandit is very good.
Brandit.
So this room is clear. It's just the 5 of us in this room now.
Now now it is. Yep. And then this vault is opening, and you do see these treasures. You see these art pieces. You see a sort of a large jade statue. You see some gold bangles that like sort of give off this thrumming glow. But most important, the two big set pieces. The big set piece that everybody notices is like on this altar like stand is a large bamboo stave, which seems to like, if you look at it, like if you pay attention to it specifically, seems to give a little bit of a vibration off of it. And I think as Waleed sort of enters the vault first, it does catch his eye, an item that's wrapped in cloth that does, and like peeking out of the cloth is the handle of a. Let me remember the name. That
it's not a chakram, right? It was a
Qatar.
Yeah.
Qatar, like a punching dagger.
You see the handle of a Qatar, and like sort of just peeking out from the leather wraps of this, you do see the edge of a Desi bureaucratic seal on like sort of the base where the blade beats the grip.
I see my own language, something that I haven't seen in years, and sort of walk kind of gawkily towards it, ignoring everything. You know, if there's anybody else in the room, just walking towards it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
grab it, I guess.
Be like, okay, well, we need to take what we can carry. Hey, Hung, do you want to deal with her? I'm gonna pick up her wand. I'll keep this for myself.
I was like, yeah, I'll deal with it. Sort of like, and then like picks her up and just yeets her into the vault.
Into the vault where we need to go?
No, like she's unconscious, right? So
Yeah.
like we're going into the vault. He's just gonna put her in the vault, close the door, and then we leave. And then the law enforcement gets there, and they'll have unconscious thief in a vault.
So we're gonna get all the stuff that we need first, and then we'll lock her in there. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'll cloud up and cover our exit when we're ready.
So the only way out of here is through that trap door, and there's another entrance that goes into the lounge area, right, or the back space.
I think the backspace got trapped.
They got all trapped out, though.
The exits you remember are the trapdoor, if you want to go through like some roof escape, the lounge, which is where the magistrates are currently coming from, and then the service entrance, which is adjacent to this room on the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
Through the
but
kitchens.
the magistrates are likely coming through there as well.
As you heard them coming through the front, but you can, as professional criminals, you could assume that they would have the back covered as well if they're not coming.
So perhaps going off of the roof or the balcony on the second floor might be our best bet. Sort of aim for the bushes, sort of thing. So
it is called the deck. It is on the water. You could jump in the river if you want to risk that.
Even swim away. So we've packed up. I'm going to start ordering everyone to start packing their bags with anything either jade or gold.
Nice.
So I'd be like, Hung, you take the heavy stuff. What should we take? You are a resident expert.
Oh shit. And then I just like list things that I would not be looking for. I am just looking for art pieces of pottery. Not sure if I'll find them, but if not, I don't know, anything shiny.
Okay,
yes, you do see some pottery works, some ceramic works in there that are like sort of very carefully displayed and things. Like if you want to, you're professional enough. This is like your sort of area of expertise. You know how to transport it pretty well if you'd like.
Yeah, fantasy bubble wrap it.
Fantasy bubble wrap.
Fantasy bubble wrap.
I mean, your whole character is like you wear loose clothing. You can hide stuff in there. You've got like padding.
Yeah, I can hide it. Anything large that is intact that I can hide, I will take for myself. Things that are either they don't seem precious to me, that might be easily broken, and those pieces might be worthwhile. I might even break some pieces.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything of my culture in there, though I doubt there is, I will try to keep those intact.
I think there's some small things, nothing like super significant. There's no like crown jewel or anything, but
Not
there
like
are
a giant
several.
vase or anything, but
Yeah, no. So they've clearly gone that way or
smaller
interacted
pieces
with
of
people that have like sort of smuggled from that direction, but it's not a super strong presence in this sort of horde.
Okay.
yeah, I will not call those out as much when I grab them.
So we've got like sacks full of stuff. We gotta get to that river. Okay. So I'm gonna get everybody like back up through the trap door before the magistrates get in here. Hung, do you want to close that vault? You're the muscle.
Yeah, I got it. Like how like as everyone leaves, we'll like grab the door, like make sure, like we'll courteously check to make sure the lady's legs have cleared like the door, and then just slams it shut, and then go, and then like bolts up the trap.
I like to think like
them.
maybe she's like waking up as this happens.
Yeah, we get the shot of her like sort of listing back up, and then like it's just that last sliver of light closing on her face.
Oof.
Yikes.
I hope there's air holes in there.
Sure hope there are. It's fine. The magistrates are coming.
No, the magistrates are coming. That's
The magistrates who don't know the combination.
They don't have the combination.
Well, no, he didn't like. It's not locked, right? It's still locked. It's still open. He just
Yeah.
turned the handle, and you can't turn the handle from the inside.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
I'm,
So until they open the door and look in, she's stuck.
I'm
Which
gonna
is
wait
acceptable.
until everyone leaves, so I'll take the rear basically. I think I'm just kind of like hovering.
Okay.
I think as you're leaving the vault, as Don is picking up the rear, you do hear like a yelp as somebody as one of these magistrates does trip that trap. They're like, ah, and like you hear them scrambling, like falling back into the others. So there's a little bit of a hubbub going on at the door. So you've got that little bit of time to climb up to the patio rooftop.
Yeah, I climb.
I have like a magic grappling hook. I just want to use that for fun.
Okay. Yeah. With the magic.
Well, so, since
I mean,
we're on
that's
the
an
since
escape.
we're on the river, could you use the grappling hook and we could like try to
Also
use
zip
it
line?
to zip line onto like a passing boat or something?
Or our boat, maybe?
Our boat, yeah,
Our boat?
Yeah.
yeah. We could just zip
I can
line
do that.
down and then just walk onto our boat and be like, "And we're leaving now. Goodbye."
And we're leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'll
we're
need to be the last one.
Yeah.
Probably.
It was like
Yeah.
a taxi, right?
It's like a taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Like,
water taxi. Like he was you throw. We get the shot of like y'all climbing up, and then we get a very slow, quiet shot of him just sort of like sitting on his taxi, waiting, watching the festivities in the square. And suddenly there's a thump, and then like thump, 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 as you all like crash into the boat. And you're like go go go, and he's like and gets up and picks up his bamboo stave and starts pushing. Okay.
It's like I feel like the boat is significantly like heavier now.
Yeah, it's a little bit lower in the water.
It's lower
yeah.
in the water. We have Hung, who's like literally carrying like a statue.
Yeah. I'm carrying like a pot.
Made out good. I see.
Great
a lot of
deals.
souvenirs.
Great deals.
Okay. Yeah.
And like Hung like reaches into his pockets. 'Cause I think Hung like went in and is very practical about it and grabbed just money, like everything that was like coins or whatever he could find that was money,
Mhm.
just shoveled those pockets. So like takes one out, hands it to the driver, goes, for waiting.
As we see the boat like sort of list off into across this large river onto the other side, assuming you want to go back to the fence, we do see this figure on the bank sort of walking up, limping on the dock, just watching y'all list away, with the implication that being the person that you slammed in the side of the building. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
Quickly, you all like sort of very dramatically, you're like in the background, we get the fireworks going off as you successfully heist, and you're making your way back, and you make your way back to my Vun's antique shop.
I want to as we're sailing off, I want to tell Waleed, be like, bandits don't look back at explosions, even though they're just fireworks. Don't look back.
Yes, Uncle.
Meanwhile,
Breaking
Han is
it
like
still
looking at
okay.
the fireworks because they're pretty. Like it's complete opposite. Lordy.
And it seems like y'all probably asked to be lit off a little bit further away so you could walk up, take some back alleyways and things like that. So your water taxi driver, he stops. He's very happy. He's thankful for these very generous tips, and he wishes you a good festival and hopes you're able to find anything. If you need anything, he's around. You can find him around the market district usually.
Sounds
I'd
good.
be very happy to ferry you around again.
Sounds good. We'll find you. When we head back to my Vans, I'm gonna say, done. Before we go in, good job there. Want you to watch the door, but from the inside.
Yeah.
Listen, you'll. This is how we close the deal.
Okay.
Let's go. We're gonna walk in. We have our bags of loot.
I'm gonna, as we walk in and Thun is inside the building, I'm going to once again supportively just pat on the shoulder.
Oh. My Van, we're back.
You made up pretty good. Huh?
Yeah. Now it's I know you have a small finder's fee for this job, but
Yeah, 40%, like we said, right?
no.
No.
No. I believe my associate Hung said it was 15.
I believe the at table level, I believe 30 was the.
It was
agreed
30.
on.
It was 30.
Yeah, okay.
That was.
But you're pushing for 15.
Yeah.
We're pushing back down to 30.
Yeah.
Started.
Yeah.
Let's. You know what? It is a holiday. I feel generous. I can go to 20.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Now, I don't think we should handle money back here. Out in the public. I have my my niece and her friend are going to watch the store for you. Take care of things. Make sure
I'm picking up another thing that
As I'm
that
saying
looks
that.
less breakable. Like it's just like my niece and her friend, huh?
Like a porcelain incense bowl.
Yeah.
My niece and her friend will take care of the store for you, and Willard, maybe enjoy some chicken feet. Just be careful of the bones.
Enjoy some chicken feet.
Let's go talk in the back.
He was already in there. He was like,
He was
huh?
already in there. Let's go talk in the back. We'll settle payment. It's
The big scale's in the back anyway. Let's.
yeah. So let's go. We're gonna go into the back. We're gonna sort out this deal,
Mhm.
and we're gonna see how much we get.
I think. Let's see.
And
Get some muscle on that.
Yeah.
maybe it's like, well, I'm gonna need you to carry all this stuff.
No, that's fair.
I feel like is the back like this like open courtyard?
Yeah, it'd be an open courtyard where like an open courtyard that leads to like the small apartment that she has connecting out there, and there's like a little personal water well, and she's got this big scale like with some rocks, some like measured rocks out next to it for like the larger type of items that she measures out, and then there's her apartment, and then there's a small like warehouse type building, and then leads out into the open alley on the other end.
After they've kind of stepped out, or whichever, I actually end up remembering that I have a little bit of more pottery, and I go try to sort of follow them try to catch up with them and be like, oh yeah, hey, don't forget about this. We should include this in the math and the selling.
Nice.
But I'm still catching up.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk. So I think Hung, be careful with all that stuff. I'll as usual, I'll do the talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'll shepherd it out.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say while Waleed like goes out, I try to like keep as much of my stuff to myself, but I also just like look over to Thun. I'm just like, yeah, things are looking up. Like she is inside the building now. I'm like kind of congratulating her.
Is it your turn with the knife, or is it my turn?
So I think Hung sort of like starts, taking like the bags of stuff and moving it outside, and then puts it kind of like around on like the corner of the alley just to make it a little harder for people to see into the alley, to see any like the dealings that are going on.
So I'm gonna talk to my Van, and I'm just trying to negotiate a fair deal for everyone.
My Von's like looking through these saddlebags, like, oh, you got coin too. I can launder that for you at a separate rate and make sure
and we're negotiating.
You know what? This piece is chipped here, so that's going to be a little markup. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. I think, you know what, I trust that you'll give us the best deal, and you can take your 19%. And let's So I think go ahead.
How do we want to do this?
Yeah.
you want to set it up for us, or do you want us to
I think,
set it
John,
up?
what are you gonna do?
Okay. All right. So as they're sort of talking around, Hung sort of like finished, like, putting everything to the side and is sort of stacked up against the wall so that people can't see into the alley or in the courtyard behind them. And as they sort of are engrossed in what is happening, Hung, sort of steps up behind Maivan, and just like grabs her head and just pushes it into, like, cracks it into the wall in front of her.
Oh
no.
what are you doing?
And then, like, without saying a word, spins and tries to, like, sweeps Min's legs out from under him.
Yeah, because we're standing at a table just like sorting things out.
Yeah. Spin, start, like, so you stand at the table, sweeps her out from under you, and then, like, as you fall, grabs your, like, shirt, pulls you up so that you hit the table, like, on the way down.
Yeah.
And then snaps it and, like, pushes it back down.
So you basically smash my head through the table?
Yep.
Okay. Smash my head through the table, and I don't even think I have a moment to, like, cry out as you, like, hit my head against the table, like, coins fall everywhere, the loot falls everywhere. But wait, Waleed is coming out.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Waleed just turns the corner just to see Hung's hand, like, on the head through the table.
So Waleed, so Hung sort of, like, stops and, like, turns to look at you, and, like, their face is starting to, like, almost, like, burn off, like oil on paper in the rain, like ink and paper in the rain, sort of, like, shimmers off. And what you see isn't, like, Hung is very clearly, what's standing in front of you is not Hung anymore. It is someone who is I have a quest for this. Let's see here. So let me pull it up so I can tell you this one, because there's a lot.
So now we've established that it's raining, and then this rain is, like, melting off your face.
Yeah, I did that. That's super.
Because it's a hot rain. That's the way it is in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Is that actually
a hot, humid rain? Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot. And so basically it sort of burns off, almost like as if sort of like it's like face is running down, like it's sort of peeling off. And so they've got, like, whoever this is like wearing Hung's vision as a mask almost, and, like, they sort of shrink back down from, like, this big tall dude to, like, someone that's a lot smaller, and they've sort of got red eyes and, like, sort of almost like sharpened teeth, like a shark, like, in there almost.
Oh shit.
And instead of, and they're still wearing like Hung's clothes that sort of drape around them now because they're much smaller, but you can sort of see, like, their entire, like, their arm and their hands are all covered in, like, bandages with, like, ink with symbols sort of drawn on them. And then as that happens, like, steam sort of hisses off and they sort of reinflate and become Hung again. But, like, there's a hot moment where, like, Min's face flickers across theirs and then sort of snaps back into Hung's.
Okay.
Would keen viewers, like, these characters that are on the bandages and things, would they notice that they're not, like, song characters?
Yeah, they're very clearly, like, Shaw characters.
Did you just steal my face?
Uh-huh.
Yo.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Waleed is like, what the? He's just, like, completely frozen for.
So, like,
With
I'm
the rain
like,
also pelting down on him, and he's like soaking, and then it's just like, and it's
We
like
get these
dripping
brief
off
flashes
his face.
of, like, bright colored light from each side with the fireworks.
oh my god, and, like, I'm not dead. I'm like I'm like bleeding. I've got, like, maybe there's, like, a piece of, like, a coin stuck in my face or something.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, it's like Hung is, like, we've established Hung to be, like, super powerful and strong, and Hung is just, like, tripped me in the midair, taken my head and pushed it through, like, smashed it through a table covered in coins and rare objects. And I'm just like, I'm gonna try to get up, and I look and I see Waleed come into the scene.
Yeah, I think Waleed cries out, like, "Uncle!" and tries to run towards you, I guess.
I want to say run, but I don't know what Hung's gonna do.
I'm like, Hung has, like, is, like, eyes locked on Waleed clearly at this point, because also, like, that's, like, where, like, because that's another person who's seen this evidently, So like there's a brief moment where Hung isn't moving. Like so it's like doing the mental math of, okay, do I kill this one first, then go after that? Do I kill this one, then go after the ones on the ground?
Right.
How do where do I do here?
I figured Waleed is a little far away. Like you do have like a few seconds to
Yeah.
finish off. Min, if that is your
Yeah,
goal
I
here.
just
If you want to get the run shot in you, have a
I don't think I
second,
can shout though. I feel like I can just like
You
try
have,
to.
speak.
I'm like gurgling. I've got like my teeth are all fucked
You
up.
have speak.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Oh,
There you go.
Jeez.
I wanna. Oh shit. I'm going to spend AP, and I'm going to tell Waleed to run.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna tell Waleed to run.
And Waleed will. He's gonna run back to the shop. He's gonna try to grab Yun and Tan, and be like, Hong, because Hong's quite a bit bigger than Waleed.
So is
right?
Hung gonna do anything here?
Um,
Because I'm telling Waleed to run, and then is
Mhm.
Hung gonna let
Yeah.
Waleed turn and run?
What
so
what
Hung,
if
yeah, go for it.
what if Hung like lunges for Waleed, but like Min's last act is like to trip him, like kick out his
Ooh.
Well,
leg?
if Hung like goes for Waleed, I'm gonna use sneak attack. But you're not a common or
there
a
you
minion, so I'm gonna try to just like roll
yeah,
an
no,
attack against
go
you.
for it. Totally,
Yeah.
totally,
Okay.
totally.
There we go.
So if you're going for Waleed, I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
roll an 18.
Hell yeah! There we go.
So like I think as Hung is like going to get Waleed, after I tell Waleed to run, because like I try to open my mouth, but my teeth are all fucked up, so I can't actually speak.
Oof.
So it's just
Like
like
blood, just like is in
blood?
your vocal cords.
yeah. And I basically take like a broken piece of like a pot that's shattered, and I want to stab a Hung in the leg with a shard of pottery.
Nice. Okay, so I think what Hung does,
And I'm
is,
gonna
like,
hold on to his leg as I'm doing that. I'm just gonna
just, yeah, that's awesome. So I think what happens is Hung like goes to go for Waleed, turns, and and then sort of like drops like quietly, like because like their leg goes out from under them.
Mhm.
And then from the wounds that you've been like stabbing into their leg over and over, like almost like blood evaporating, just like again like mist, but this time like blood red bursts out of the wound and sort of starts to fill the courtyard like the cloud summon spell from earlier.
Oh shit! Except it's a red cloud.
Except it's like blood red because it's using
fuck.
And then like I think what we hear is like there's a brief moment and then you hear like the sound of from in the blood cloud.
Or like a crushing sound. I feel like Hung would do. Is it a snap?
Yeah, I think
Snap, snap
Hung's
crackle, or
is
pop.
Yeah.
Snap, crackle, or pop.
Kellogg's Rice
snap, crackle, and
Krispies.
pop. So yeah, it's like there's like a very wet final noise from inside the cloud,
Mm.
and then like
Can Waleed even make it back into the shop if this cloud is like? Because the way you described it, I imagined this like roll, like this fast, like a tidal wave of
like
red fog.
yeah.
What if
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
what if Waleed is like panting and like running through this like wet red fog,
Oh,
and,
it's
just,
It
like,
catches up.
everywhere.
It catches up to him.
and then there's like an arm, like you see like the on the screen, it's like an arm reaches out and like gets his shoulder, and then he goes and wakes up, and it's in the present.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
good
what it
ending.
Good ending.
oh,
There we fucking go.
Oh,
Yes.
that's so good.
Wakes up in just cold sweat, ugh.
Because I imagine like Waleed's, because as the fog catches up to Waleed, it like covers him in blood, like Carrie.
Yeah.
Like in Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a hand reaches out, and then you wake. Oh my god.
That's so good.
So we don't know what
Fuck,
happens to Yoon
Agatha.
and
Gotcha.
Agatha. Yeah.
Holy.
we don't know what happens to Yoon and Tan then.
We don't know.
Nope.
Pedal.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's so good.
That's really good.
Especially if Waleed runs another way and Hung comes back to us.
Yeah.
No, I think there was only one way because like Waleed is running back into the shop to warn you.
I figured the alleyway went like a different way or something.
Is Waleed Ammar? You said that Waleed was running back to Than and you.
Well,
right?
I mean, yeah, that's what I thought he would do, but I mean, we've cut, so we don't know what
Yeah,
happens next.
we can
Oh
figure
my
that
God.
out. That's so good.
Oh.
Good. Ed.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh, that was a lot. That was a lot. That was awesome.
Oh, Agatha, you made that so
Agatha.
good.
Good
Thank you,
fucking
thank you.
cinematics. A
That was
plus.
so good.
Yeah.
Oh snap.
Oh, that was solid. Thank you so much. That was
Oh,
amazing.
Yeah, I
Oh,
like how
yes.
in the beginning it was like, oh, let's eat some food, and in the end it's like,
Murder. It's murder cloud. It's
Yeah.
This is such a like specific image, but I'm just picturing the end of Kung Fu Panda. With, like the dust cloud, but it's red.
It's like the skadoosh.
Yeah, but it's red.
Skadoosh, but murder.
But actually, dead people.
oh my
Oh,
god.
Lord.
I was not expecting the. I wasn't expecting the like, the rain and like stealing my face.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I didn't think you
that
were gonna
was
steal his
very
face.
Yes.
Like, oh my god. I mean, we talked about this, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Really
But
quick
se-
peek behind the curtain, folks. We did talk about this.
consent is very important.
Consent.
Yes.
And like John and I, we privately were like, "Hey, you want to kill my character?" And then we went to the group and was like, "Hey, we're gonna John's gonna betray me." I was not
This is like this is day 2 of like planning this session, this game. Hey, can I kill you?
because like because I knew you were gonna kill me. I think because in the Zoom chat we were like, do your signature move and just leave a dagger in my chest, and then that happened.
And then that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we just went like full.
Anime. It's an anime ending.
Yeah.
You know, like rain and the red cloud, and like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, very good.
it feels very Cowboy Bebop a little bit actually.
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't expecting the rain and then like the flickering face and then how the water actually like ruined your disguise.
What? Setting things up for later? I don't.
Yeah.
And then-
what?
But then like also the whole like me stabbing you and then you using your ability from your own blood. I thought that was
Yeah.
sick.
You did that. I was like, oh, I know what to do here. Hold on.
So good.
Do you think that like Liane, which is your character's name,
Yeah.
would walk with a limp?
Ooh, maybe now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Let's keep that for later.
oh,
Yeah.
that'd
You
be
like-
sick.
You like fucked up
Yeah.
their Achilles tendon.
That's a good
Yeah.
tell. Oh, an
Yeah, that's
ominous
very
tell.
good.
Like
Ominous
even no matter
tells.
what form you take, you walk with a limp, or you always have
I,
this
I,
wound.
I dig it.
Yo, this
But
is
also
like
any-
good
No, let's keep
Sha backstory.
Because
Like
then-
anyone with a limp
right?
now, you're never sure.
Do they just
Totally.
do you just have this like? Does Waleed just have this fear of the blood mist from
Oh,
now
yeah.
on?
Definitely.
Oh,
And is also kind of like low key keeping an eye out for what kind of creature this was, and is like always looking for revenge.
yeah.
Oh,
Revenge for his like surrogate father.
Yeah.
Love it.
oh shit!
And then one day, Dan just shows up like to Waleed. Like, I know where he is. I know where she is.
I feel I'm like
That would be.
I'm
high-
curious to see how like Yoon and Dan will come back,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I'm very excited.
and I know we behind the scenes we talked about what what like Hang/Liane is.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to reveal it, but like now because of the blood mist thing, you've changed. This could go in other directions as well.
Yep. Give you more stuff to work with, and like
Yeah.
I think my favorite part about it too is like it's all stuff that like we never really thought about. Like I took Cloud One because it was a cool rogue ability.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, wait a minute, oh, this is getting so much creepier.
Well, I
God
remember
bless.
you saying like, when am I going to possibly be able to use this?
Good input.
Surprise.
Surprise! No, it was good stuff.
Super
Like, I really, it was like I love how this game lets you do that. Like it's like this is an ability, it does this thing. How you do it? Whatever, figure it out. Like
Yeah,
Yes.
that's why I
Quest is great that way.
really enjoy Quest for especially at like a stream because it lets you do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Like,
now I'm
'cause-
just.
Go ahead, Agatha.
Oh no, I was just gonna say now I'm just so excited for the eventuality of there being some kind of like a thick mist
Mhm.
or something, or like for Waleed to get like splashed in the face with blood,
Oof.
and then
Like PTSD
Sorry.
triggers. Yeah.
Or just like
Ooh,
Waleed,
yeah.
or Waleed just. I imagine like whenever it rain, because we haven't talked about weather. So what if Waleed is
Yeah.
like afraid of the rain?
Oh yeah, he can't sleep when it's raining. Like it's just
Or like just the
Ooh.
smell of rain being like,
Oh,
Yeah.
like hot rain like that day.
Or just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
seeing travelers walking in the rain. Do you think that like
Mhm.
Waleed just is
Like there's like one traveler with a limp walking by in the rain. It's just
In the
like,
rain, oh,
oh
God.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
But like no, they're just like a random person. Like,
We get a
getting
tight,
very,
like,
like-
a tight shot on Waleed, like gripping
Yeah.
his dowel like even tighter as they walk by.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also like
Jeez.
because I also like how like maybe Waleed still has this Qatar, that punching dagger, but in our
Oh, he
main
does.
campaign, Waleed has never used it, and in a moment when Waleed needs it, Waleed will just like reveal that he's got this like wrapped up in cloth, this punching dagger.
yeah.
Yes. Totally.
I'm even
That's what I was
picturing
thinking.
just like a vague silhouette that's limping in the rain, just out of focus in the background behind Waleed all the time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like. I just love how like. Well, I mean, we're gonna do a main story stream soon, and it's straight up gonna open with Waleed having this dream, this nightmare,
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Love it.
Perfect.
because that's a dope ending, Agatha.
Yeah,
That's
so
solid.
That's
That's
good.
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
dope ending. Like,
Yeah, I'm so hype.
That was
Sounds
excellent.
really like the
Hey.
perfect bow to tie it all up.
yeah, way to go, everyone, and thank you for the audience who stayed an hour longer than we originally
Yeah.
We
planned.
love
I
all
know.
of you.
Oh, this
Well, thanks for
this
watching.
was a great idea though, because now I feel like I understand Waleed a lot more, and
Yeah.
there's like a lot more depth to his like, haha, happy-go-lucky, but secretly.
It's a facade. It's like
Yeah.
Waleed
So sad.
tries to be so positive.
That doesn't sound like me at all. It's not like I am very happy-go-lucky and don't have boatloads of trauma.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's almost like I always play myself in games as I work through my shit.
What? Is it really a tabletop RPG if you're not working through your own shit a little bit? Like,
Yeah, right? Hey, therapy at the table.
Yeah.
Rude if true.
Wow. So
All right,
I
that was
think
a little too real, I think. I apologize.
No,
I think
you're right though.
since we because this is the end of our adventure, one of the things that we always do at the end of a session of Dungeons and Dragons is we do Stars and Wishes.
Yeah.
So I think we should do that since almost all of our characters are still alive. So let's start. We'll go on our overlay. We'll go clockwise. Let's start with John.
Oh, wow.
John, let's do stars. Something that you liked.
Yeah.
And then for the audience who don't know or who don't listen to our main show, and maybe you should now, stars are something that you really liked. It could be something that the GM did. It could be something that another player did. Wishes are something that you want to happen. It could be for, John, you could say like, I would love for Leanne/Hung to come back in this sort of manner.
Yeah.
Or I would wish that I want Waleed to have more nightmares or something like that. So let's start with stars, something that you really liked.
Okay. Something I really like. Where the fuck do I pick? Right. Like I think this
Right? Where do you
having
Where do you
done,
go?
like, yeah, where do you go with that? I think this entire one shot has been super great. I think one of the things I really liked is so from this game perspective, I really enjoyed seeing I enjoyed seeing Daniel get to play because I never do because I'm all when I want to go from the show, which was super cool. And then Ammar and Agatha watching you two play, Agatha watching you play a different character and watching Ammar sort of play the lead, but in the proto stages, has been a lot of fun for me. Like as a perpetual GM to be like, oh, look at all these new stories, they're great. And then Julie for me and having me and Julie on is something that from a meta stream perspective is one of the coolest things I've seen is having running guest slots with more than a one shot that have their own story, but this having them take the set dressing of another person's backstory in the main campaign is such a cool idea, because it gives a little bit room for the world to flexibly grow and to introduce people and bring them back recurringly if that's what you want to do, but also opens up the table a bit in a way that I think a lot of streams could stand to learn from, for sure.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it was super cool. And then also this goddamn adventure. I love me a good heist, and also stop describing cinematic food. You're making me hungry every freaking time, and like that's a compliment. It's very good. Wishes. I don't really. We've talked about Leanne like coming.
No,
back
we're just
later.
doing stars. We're just doing stars.
Oh,
We'll
doing
go
stars
around.
first?
Yeah, we go
Okay,
around.
then I'm done.
So
I'm done.
we go to
I'm
Kevin.
done.
Kevin, what is your star?
My star. Oh wow. I love how everybody like really leaned into like these dramatic relationships and this tension, but like in like a perfect balance of like making it fun and interesting, but not making it sort of like sometimes that can go overboard and like sort of really drag out and like sort of conflict with the going adventure. It was more. It really added like a flavor to the adventure and everything. Like Than and Yoon, like that sort of everything with the food and like going and like that sort of like slight hint towards like some romantic interest, and then like Than and Waleed like sort of competing for favor with with Minh, and then it was all just very like that extra stuff. The character, y'all really brought a lot of character to this adventure, and like I really is so much fun. And then everybody throwing in like all these ideas of like cinematic, like I mean, just Agatha, the idea of like how to tie it back with the main adventure. It's fucking so good. Y'all are really creative and good peoples. That's my star.
No. How about you, Julie?
Okay, stars. I mean, just as a general, like, thank you. Like, I am a person who is very much not in this field. This is my first time streaming anything ever. This is my first time being on a tabletop show. So,
Really?
like, thank you. Yeah.
Couldn't tell, but all right.
Thank you. So, like, it is a very welcoming place and a very welcoming platform to have. So, thank you for like creating this like culturally rich world. Everyone, really, and like opening the door for me to be able to do that as well. I think it's important for people to see things like that, and you guys are doing a very good thing. And also just the description, the cinematics, the world building. I really love just like, even though in my mind it's like, oh, it's an analog for a real world place, there's so much more that can be explored in it. And I love seeing that and seeing like just how big this world is, even in this small group of characters, and how excited we all are to like connect the dots and like see where things go.
Agatha? That was awesome.
Yeah, my star goes to, I think I have a star for Kevin. I really like that you made our rival crew, or almost all of the antagonists, if not all of the antagonists were women. I thought that was really fun. And I feel like it was intentional, and I appreciated it. Thought it's like, and like different kinds of archetypes as well. I thought that was very fun to engage with. So that's one star. Another star I actually have for John. I like the way that you played out Hung. I feel like you were very consistent with your character, and so that's very nice, because for me, I think I sometimes don't really know what my character is necessarily like until I start playing through it. But for me, like even though I don't think my character ever interacted with yours, but it was nice to always be like, okay, like it's kind of like a stable thing, especially for a one shot, for me to be like, okay, that is how that story element is going to go, or like that is how that certain type of dynamics is going to be. So I actually really appreciated that, despite us never interacting, because fictionally it's not a thing.
Yeah.
And my other star, I have all these stars. And then I have a star for Julie, specifically for like playing up our character relationship. I thought that was very cute. That your character kept bullying mine. No, it's not bullying, but like I enjoyed it. I feel like it's good to have that. And then of course Ammar for our friendly
Our
rivalry.
dynamic.
And then and I think I also enjoyed seeing Daniel not DMing. I thought that was fun, and I think my star is I want to see Daniel playing more characters that are not NPCs, so we can see like. That's a wish. Never mind.
That's a wish.
Sorry, that was great. That was great.
Spoilies.
I like Uncle. I like how you were like you really leaned into like the fight for your favor. That was good. Uncle bestows what he will.
Ammar, how about you?
Oh, geez. Everybody's already kind of said everything I wanted to say. If I was gonna pick 1 star, I want to give it to Julie because I just found out apparently this is your first stream, which I do not believe at all. You did amazing like character work. I love the way you framed the moral qualms that your character was having, like with respect to trying to like, should I cut this thing? I don't know. And like the other sort of ways that you like made that character come alive. That's fantastic. Great work. Please keep doing this. Yeah. But I think everybody else also, Kevin, you did an incredible job. I really appreciated that you were so collaborative. Agatha, thank you so much for the great like back and forth between our characters about that, which is absolutely fantastic. Daniel as well, same thing. Like the way you built into that character, that dynamic, and played between the 3 of us was amazing. And of course, Hong / Wait, are we gonna say your real name?
Yeah, that's fine. Like my real name's on Twitter. It's fine.
Right. Yeah. So like Leanne, right, is such a super interesting character. And well, I mean, from one person who likes his fights really cinematic, I really liked how you described your fights as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Everything was said, but I think my star is actually a behind the scenes one on what we did. I think we spent a lot of time actually going through, what we were okay with. We went over, all of our safety tools beforehand. We, John and I talked privately first about how, we thought that, Lee needed some narrative trauma in his life, to, make him a more, give him a more interesting backstory. And, we talked with each other first about how, I'm okay with you killing off my character. And I'm okay with, us building up my character to be this father figure for Waleed and then just like killing me off. And then, big star goes out to everyone who kind of participated in that conversation. Because I think it's important for us to have those conversations before we go to these shows, but also acknowledge that these conversations happen. I think is really important. Also, like behind the scenes in our Zoom chat, we were literally talking about like, okay, I was like, don't kill me until we go to Maivan. And then we were like, I love that we were able to, stay in touch with each other while the story is unfolding and responding to each other on the go. So let's go to wishes. John, what is your
just before, can I throw one other big shout out to the audience, to everybody who's watching? And we're nearly at 3 hours. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This was absolutely fantastic, and like doing it with people because we've been interacting with the chat and stuff too. It was just absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much.
So, John, wish.
Yeah. So we've talked about like I know like because I'm gonna toss out like the wish that I was going to say because we've already talked about looking at like Hong Yen coming back. But I do what I want to see now is I want to see in the main game, if I can be so bold, is rumors of the Blood Mist in different places.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Do we want to talk about kind of what? I think, yeah. Let's do that. We had this idea that Josha Kiana's character is the Empress of our main world, and she has these agents called the Shadow, and Steve's character La Ning is a member of them. They are her personal agents. They are assassins, and as far as Steve's character knows, they function within the kingdom. But Liane is an agent of the Shadow sent to destabilize other nations by causing chaos. So yeah, I will do that. I'm going to put that in our show Bible right now. Okay, Kevin, what is your wish?
I wish just one? Or
You could have multiple wishes.
okay. First, I would love to see Song more featured, like developed in the main game, especially if Steve like takes the reign on Song. I would love to see another Vietnamese person like sort of help build out like the Vietnamese analog. And I know y'all talked about like trading off the GM chair. So if Steve wants to take over Song and build that out, I would love to see that. And I would love to see
Steve.
Yeah.
DM Steve.
DM Steve.
DM
DM,
Steve.
DM. Well, DM means slide into his DMs. That's what he said.
I'm dead. I'm actually dead.
You can make it like a triple entendre.
Yeah.
And I would love to see Don and Yoon show back up in the main game. I would love for them to like either as ancillary characters or like with purpose, like sort of showing up, like saying like we know where the blood mist is. Like we'll lead. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'd be down as well. But like Daniel, how would you want to do it? Would you want to do it as you'll be playing the characters, which I'm okay with, or
if
would
we
you
did like
wanna...
a song thing?
Oh,
It depends.
yeah.
It depends on where our story goes, because
Right.
the idea is that we involve Asian creators whose heritage is linked to those parts of the world, right? So we were like, okay, let's do a song thing, and let's have, let's do. Well, originally we read Bamboo in the Dark during our Black Lives Matter stream. And then we were like, on the stream, we were like, hey, well, what if we asked Kevin to do this? And you were in the chat and you were like, I'll do it. And then I DM'd you and I was like, let's do it. But the idea is like, we have guest creators help flesh out this world outside. Because like, I mean, we've said it from the beginning, I'm only going to GM as long as we're in Xia, because Xia is the Chinese world that I wrote. And if the story takes us to Daesh, then Ammar would take over. If the story goes to Song, then Steve will take over, or whoever. But then, like, we need to also introduce like the other kingdoms, because we've in an unaired episode, we introduced a Korean kingdom. But
Gee, is that where
Yoon was hinting at like the Korean dialogue as well.
And unfortunately, we had to take it out.
Darn.
No. We didn't take out the Korean kingdom. We took out that episode. I had to get rid of that episode because it featured it had a guest, Ben Chong, on it, who did some pretty terrible things. So I was like, I'm not going to air that, and none of what happened in that episode is now canon. But there is still a Korean world, and in my headcanon, it is it's a nation of intellectuals and more advanced technology than everywhere else, and they supply.
Oh, like in Civ.
I guess I don't know. I don't play. I've played Civ like
I haven't played Civ.
The most historically accurate.
I played Civ a couple of times, but the idea was that
They have high science. I know this.
Oh, okay. Yes. The idea was that they supply other nations with technology, and maybe there's a meta plot there. So yeah, it really depends on where we go in the world.
Fascinating.
So Julie, when's your one shot? When
Yeah,
are you running a one shot?
Here's the thing: we need to do 2 other prequels, because this is the Waleed one. We need to do a Dongfeng one, which is going to be more of like thematically they're all going to be different, right? Waleed's is all about being a bandit and how Waleed came to be this beloved, bandit from Daesh. Like Dongfeng's, which is Agatha's character, is Dongfeng is. The thing that I like about Quest is that we don't have to define what Dongfeng is like you would in D&D. Because everyone's like, what race did you use for the shrimp? And we're like, don't know. It's a shrimp. Yeah. Dongfeng is a shrimp. Yeah. But Dongfeng's character has their roots in the Sky Court, in heaven.
Sky Court, Xianxia. That's what's gonna be.
So the next one-shot prequel would be one about gods. And it would be more of a drama. Maybe we won't play Quest. Maybe we'll play a different game that maybe allows us to do that.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe we can use Hearts of Wulian.
Maybe we'll do Hearts of Wulian.
Yeah, I think that would probably fit pretty well.
We just have to get somebody to run that, because you have to play your character.
Oh, yes.
Whoops.
Oh, whoops, I guess not. And then like for Steve's, like the idea is that like Ning is like a true spy for the Empress. So we'll have to we'll have an espionage game for that one. So yeah, it really depends. And like I personally would like to use Unbreakable as a tool to tell all of these little stories, and how they impact the main world. So yeah, I don't know how we got on that tangent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whose wish are we on now?
I don't know.
I don't.
We were on
Julie. I think we were on
Me?
Kevin's.
Yeah, we were on
We were on
Ju- yeah, we were on
Kevin's.
Kevin.
Now it's
Was it?
Julie's.
I don't know
wish.
Julie.
Yeah.
Neat. Which is just like for my character, for the
Anything.
Yes.
Neat. I did have one. I would like to see how this turned Yoon's world kind of on its head. I very much like characters who, the last like major long form I played, this happened to. I played a character who's very like nonchalant and not very like tries to be like they don't care, and then they get wrapped up in something bigger, and then they have to. And I would like to see where this goes for Yoon. I'd like to see where this goes with Dan. I don't know, Agatha, if you're comfortable talking about what we had planned between our characters, but
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, I thought no, go ahead.
oh, because we wrote that Dan sort of behind the scenes had a crush on Yoon. And that was the thing.
Totally.
I was gonna see if I could try and like play into it more this session, and I just like didn't.
Yeah, we were kind of
We're a little busy with the murder. But I would like to see where that goes. So that would be interesting.
Yes.
Like also just like she is kind of Yoon is kind of like a walking map at this point of just collected items of like places she's been. Like I don't know the geography of this world at all, but if it's anything like the real world, how did a Korean person go all the way to Vietnam? Presumably with like limited transportation methods.
Boats.
Boats.
Boats. Magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
Boats, magic,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
light.
if Mongolians can make their way all the way
That's
down to
true.
Vietnam, Koreans
Horses.
Yeah. Horses.
Yeah, but like
Horses and determination.
horses and determination. Like, how did I get there? Where do I go from here? Who do I go places with?
Mhm.
That would be interesting to see. And also, just I'm very interested in like where this world goes, both geographically, story wise. Like, I'm very excited to see the other prequel chapters now, especially if you do other systems, because I would love to learn other systems because I don't know any.
Well, we did. So if you folks are like, it's really interesting with Asians Represent because there are so many people who became fans of our brand through the stream, like through our reading streams, and then there are
Yeah.
people who just kind of interacted with us because we had a Discord for Asian creators, and then there are people who have been day one fans since we started 2 years ago, and we actually
it's been
did.
2 years, huh?
Yeah, it's been 2 years, and we
Wow.
actually did an entire world episode 6 of the show. We didn't actually play D&D, and we didn't play Quest. We played Microscope, and we did a world building episode for that one. And it was just like the history of the world. Like the idea is to build this world using different tools. For us, I wanted to do all of our conventions. Any convention live show we do is a Crane Core episode about the exploits of this. I don't want to call them they're law keepers. And then it's gonna be dope. We're gonna use different systems, and it really depends on like what stories we want to tell. So we now have a really interesting 2-part series, which is this Bamboo in the Dark series, which is a prequel, and then we have our Gen Con live show, which takes place in parallel with the main series, but the characters won't interact with the results of that one shot until they actually get north in the world, which is going to be cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be super dope.
There's a lot of characters to keep track of now.
World building makes me happy. Continue.
We have like a spreadsheet of every single NPC, what episode they appeared in, just to keep track of it all.
You
Show
got it.
Bible.
Show Bible. So Agatha, what's your wish?
My wish is to see Danielle play in more games as a player. I am very interested to see the way that you would develop them and so on.
Mm-hmm.
That's my wish. No, that's it.
Okay, Ammar, how about you?
Oh my! My wish is for everybody who's been watching to go out and grab a copy of Unbreakable, because if there's if the other stories in that are half as good as this, I am sold. I will be doing that myself momentarily, and I recommend everybody check that out because this was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless you, Ammar.
Bless you, Ammar. My wish, I don't know what my wish is. You know what? My wish is for more Asian creators, to get in touch with us, and let us know if they have a story that they want to tell that might help us out. Yeah, get in touch. You can get in touch with us. You can get in touch with me directly on Twitter at Daniel H. Kwan, or you can get in touch with us at AZNS Represent on pretty much every platform except for Twitch, which is AZNS Rep. We'll slowly be opening up our Discord soon. We're just sorting out safety protocols to make sure that we grew like explosively on that Discord, and we want to make sure that we can keep everyone safe as we grow. Yeah, so that being said, my wish is for more voices to be on the show. Announcement, Jade is actually joining Dungeons and Asians. So we're actually going to have to move the show to a different time to accommodate the time difference, because Jade lives in London. England, not Ontario.
And we're happy to make it work.
This is such an Ontario specific.
This is such very specific
clarification. Literally,
American
nobody else cares.
Yeah. Did you know?
We have another.
Well,
London.
there's a London, Ontario, and there's also a Paris, Ontario.
There's also a Paris, Texas.
There used to be a
Paris,
Berlin,
California.
Ontario, but after World War II, or World War One, they changed their name to Kitchener.
Oh, I didn't
Fun
know
fact.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
Kitchener.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Weird.
Yeah.
yeah, they still have a statue of the Kaiser there.
What?
Anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, I hope that we have more people, more voices, more stories told on this show, and that we get to do this more often because it's really fun streaming. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Everyone's socials are on the screen. Everyone here does such amazing work. Does anybody have any projects that they want to quickly shout out, or anything that they want to shout out before we call it?
I just released a new game yesterday. It's a hack of what's so cool about outer space. It's called Bros Gay to the Dock, a game about gay pirates.
That's awesome.
Everything you do personally attacks me on a fundamental level. Hip firing wands, gay pirates. Like, all right, okay.
Okay, fine.
That's pretty good.
If you want to see cool cosplay, you should follow Julie, Twyfairy Cosplay. You do some amazing stuff. I have a thing to... Oh, go ahead, Ammar.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to shout out. Speaking of reading streams, we are reading through Al Qadim every third Saturday of the month. We just did one. Was it last weekend or the weekend before that?
Weekend.
I don't know. What is time anymore? But so then you can catch it. You can catch the already streamed episodes on YouTube, on our YouTube channel at AZNS Represents. And you can sort of catch the next stream next month as well.
Yeah, and then we'll be doing Dungeons and Asians monthly. Next month, we're also going to start reading Karatur, the Eastern Realms, as well. That'll be a doozy. I've got one thing. I just released a complete draft of my second Chinese monster manual called Denizens of Mountains and Seas. You can find volume 1 on my itch page, danielhkwan.itch.io, and the second volume is going to be on is right now only available on my Patreon, patreon.com/danielhkwan. I'm working on my follow-up to it in my GM notebook. I guess you can't. Yeah, those are all my notes. So far.
Oh boy.
This looks so much more organized than mine do.
And yeah, I'm just
for
slowly
sure.
working through it. A part of my process is I like to do a lot of, as a former academic, I like to do a lot of research. So I actually have citations in my GM notebook on
No, I get
academic
that.
papers. I've been reading
I
a
have
lot.
so many bookmarks.
So my follow-up to Denizens of Mountains and Seas, Volume 2, is now going to be relic blades from ancient China.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I'm working on that. So if you're interested in that stuff, you can check me out on Patreon. That being said, thank you folks thank you all of you for being such an amazing cast and crew. And thank you audience on YouTube or Twitch for joining us. I mean, like, Agatha, you killed it with the ending. We can't even come back from that.
No, yeah.
We can't come back from that.
Thanks.
That being said, goodbye, everyone. Thank you, and
Ciao.
stay safe out there.